Whew. Apologies. But my laptop waited until now of all times to completely crash. But I'm finally here and we can finally get started. Just wait for some people to join up. I'll tell you, timing is really something. Can everyone hear me okay? Press 1 if you can hear me. Yeah, this computer is really teetering on the brink of having to be replaced. But luckily I'm here, so today we finally can get started on a topic that a lot of people, including myself, have been waiting to talk about. And this is a topic I've alluded to a lot of times, and it's not just me, but a lot of other YouTubers in the sphere. But no one has really ever dug into this question that I asked today. And that is, who should light-skinned men date? Because nobody has really ever really asked this question. And when we do ask it, it goes a lot deeper than features and skin tone and all the good stuff. But today we got to factor in a lot of things. For one, political ideologies, that's important. Culture, that's important as well. And most importantly, connection. Because the thing with a lot of light-skinned people, and this is pretty much on both sides, is nobody ever just sits down and asks these questions. We never really have just sat around and discussed like dating like that. And when we do, it's usually just like superficial things. And in regards to light skinned men, there's a lot of, I would say that our dating patterns is especially unique because we got a lot of things working against us. For one, not really having a community that we're connected to. That's one of the reasons. Two, basically the community that we are supposedly connected to really doesn't carry our best interests at heart. Let's be honest. It really doesn't. All we got to do is just look around. And we're I'm not going to lie to you guys. This one today is probably about to tick a lot of people off. If you look around, who would you say you see light skinned men with? Honestly. Those are your boys, says white girls. Yeah, I see that a lot. And I think a lot of reasons it has to do with the media. Because if you look, even if you look at like celebrities, if you think of most light skinned men in the industry, as far as basketball players, football players, there's I noticed that they're either with one of two groups: white women or dark skinned black women, mostly white women. And no one has ever really asked the question as to why that is. Because, like I said before, as far as dating, it's not really discussed when it comes to us. Who we date really doesn't matter to a lot of people. Like the Tiger Woods of society, the Derek Jeters, the Rock Johnsons. And not that it's a bad thing per se, but you got to factor in today, we got to factor in cultural differences, phenotype, and most importantly, uplifting the image of us. Because, truth be told, these relationships that they're pushing for us to be with in regards to cultural environments, communities, and phenotypes, most, if not all of them, do not look out for our best interests. And the question remains, which one does? Okay, I'm back. Something is really, really wrong with my internet right now. Can you guys hear me now? Press one if you can. I don't know what's going on my end. My internet has been on. I don't know what's going on my end. This is the first time I've ever had this many problems doing a live stream. I'm hopefully that it could be either my internet or hopefully somebody hasn't hacked into my system. But as of right now, we're back in business. For starters, let's get this link on here. Okay, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Okay, so anybody want to make any suggestions? Okay, we're back online. So, like I was saying before, as far as light skinned men are concerned, we got to take into consideration political ideologies, community upbringings, just all types of stuff, including location. Because I've noticed a particular pattern. Even if you look dating wise at who we're with, I noticed that there seems to be a heavy, I don't want to say the word, but for all intents and purposes, we'll call these people the blue people, the blue side. We all pretty much all know what that is. They are influenced heavily in our community, particularly the black community's influence on who we're with a lot of times. And in a lot of cases, these blue women are pushed onto us in a lot of cases. And they, for the most part, push this whole one drop ideology. And we all know that that ideology does not work well for us at all. We already see what's going on and how the black community, particularly Kwame Brown, really feels about us because he said a lot of eyebrow raising stuff in his videos. Has anybody seen Kwame Brown? Okay, y'all. If it drops again, I might have to reset this whole stream. I've never seen had this many problems doing the stream before. I kid you not. Hopefully, hopefully this time I got it fixed. I've never seen had this many problems doing the stream before. I kid you not. Hopefully, hopefully this time I got it fixed. Okay, what were you guys talking about? The discreet geek says it's a thing. Even light skinned people can acknowledge it amongst themselves. Who has a better chance interracially? Jesse Williams or T.I.? The discreet geek says it's a thing. Even light skinned people can acknowledge it amongst themselves. Who has a better chance interracially? Jesse Williams or T.I.? I never, I kid you not, I have never seen my internet have this many problems doing the stream before. It's bizarre. This thing was working just fine a couple days ago when I scheduled it, and now all of a sudden it's just crashing like crazy. But hopefully we're in it for the long haul this time. If not, if it crashes again, I might have to perhaps delay it maybe a day or two and see if I can get it fixed because I this is the first time ever that this thing has done this. Perhaps delay it maybe a day or two and see if I can get it fixed. 'Cause this is the first time ever that this thing is done. But as of right now, as long as you guys can hear me, I guess we can keep going. Hybrid Vigor says, "Can you restart fresh?" Well, as of right now, I say it's working pretty good. So as long as we got it working fine like this, I guess we can keep going. So back to what I was saying. I see a lot of people are suggesting a lot of different things. But personally, I would have to say that light skinned men really have to stop dating these liberal women. Because as far as liberal women go, if light skinned men ever are, or if we're ever going to get the respect we deserve and build a community that's for us and by us, it's going to have to start with feminine women. You're not really going to be able to build communities with feminists. Let's just be honest. Feminism has done a complete 360 destructive turn on women as of now. And one of the last things if we're going to ever get respect, is to build with feminist women. Feminism has done a complete. Grand Ultimate Villain says, I think it's less about light skin and more about what kind of man you are. Exactly. And this is something else that I think a lot of people don't take into consideration. Even a lot of light skinned men are getting raised by men that aren't in their image. And that right there is kind of a silent reason why we're having this conversation anyway. Because when you think about who are light skinned men going to learn to uplift their image from? Because as of right now, most light skinned men don't have light skinned dads. And it's by design. Because this whole dark skinned male, white female, or dark skinned male, light skinned male relationship pattern is not really working to our betterment. You see people like Kwame Brown. Look at his following. Look at how many people co-signed the stuff that he was talking about. He had a lot of. I even saw a video of a light skinned man saying that he was commending Kwame Brown. Did you? I know you guys had to have seen those videos. It's just insane. Kwame Brown and people like him, and people. The irony is, people are always over here talking about what I say is a lie. It doesn't happen, but he basically proved it. He basically proved what I've been saying all along. And just people just want to just keep saying that what I'm saying is a lie and that I'm making it up. But this guy proved it. He said that we used to torment niggas. Notice the word he used, torment. Torment.
Well, good evening, sir.
Oh, hey, Grand Ultimate Villain. How you doing?
Pretty good. I just wanted to co-sign with the Kwame Brown thing. You pretty much said it already about the torment and torture light skinned brothers, or call my man Becky with the good hair and whatnot. It's like, come on, man. What's that? What's that for, man? Why are you so upset, man?
That was very weird. I've heard a lot of things, but I don't think I've ever heard that. And I'm glad you're on here because I've been meaning to ask you this question for a while because I'm a bit younger, so I really wasn't around when this whole thing. But what's your experience back in those days with people like Kwame Brown?
Man, I mean, honestly, in the neighborhoods I grew up in, I ended up having to fight them, man. I mean, that's pretty much the choice you got. Because if you don't, everybody gonna mess with you. I've been through that side of it. Didn't want to fight, was the pacifist kid. People took advantage of me. Once I started cracking people in the mouth, things changed. Right? That's just the way it is. That's the way it was back in the day. I don't know if it was less of us back then or just where I lived, there wasn't very many light skinned kids, but now we everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how we still like cats like Kwame Brown still carrying these attitudes. Like I don't see why it's still so bad that the colorism seems like it's worse today in some ways. But yeah, back in the day, man, just I just had to crack somebody in the mouth or just play the dozens worse than them, man. When they say something to you, say something back three times as worse. When they try and, use some sort of colorist insult, I hit them with the paper bag test. You know what I'm saying? I say fucked up things back. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cuss. I say stuff right back to them. I ain't hold them up, man. You got light skin jokes, I got dark skin jokes. It is what it is.
Yeah, they don't like when you crack those jokes back at them.
Mm-mm.
Cause I know I got jokes for days.
Right. It's just, but it's unnecessary in the first place, man. People quick to call you sensitive till you crack back on them and they mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why you mad? You said I was sensitive. Would that make you if you acting like this? Just people they don't like it, man. It's just I don't understand like a person like Kwame Brown. What did a light skinned person do to you to want to treat every other light skinned person terribly for the rest of your life?
From what he said, he was saying it. And this is the thing that a lot of people don't say. If you listen to what he said that he was picked on for being dark. But what they don't ever say is that dark skinned people pick on other dark skinned people for being dark. I've seen that with my own two eyes.
Yeah.
It's not really us. We'll say something here and there, but it's not like torture and
Hell
attacking them per
no.
se.
Hell no, man. That's why I don't in my lifetime I've never seen light skinned men like really tear into a cat for being dark skinned. Even when it was more of us and like let's say it's like four light skinned brothers and one dark skinned cat. We didn't spend days and months and years talking about how black he is and all this other bullshit. He was with us. He's just another brother with us, and it wasn't no colorism, nothing like that. But you flip them numbers around, it's happened to me, you know what I'm saying, amongst a group of people I used to hang with when I was younger. It's always the light skin, this, the pretty, this, and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Like, what? I'm sitting here with you. I work the same job as you. Why is it all this other? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? It's pathological, man. I don't understand where it comes from. I know I didn't go around treating people terribly just because of their skin color, man. I know I didn't do it, right? But it seemed like other folks, man. I tell you where I think it stems from. I'm gonna give you an anecdote from when I was much much younger. When my mom brought me around, I used to get a little more attention than some of the other kids, right? But is that my fault or the colorism of the adults around me?
Yeah, yeah, I've heard even within my own family, I've heard stories about that.
Right.
Like my dad, he told me stories about, and my dad is darker skinned, and he used to tell me stories about his dark skinned grandmother, and she would give basically cookies to the lighter skinned kids. And honestly, that's where a lot of this stuff stems from. Like the dark skinned people that had just got out of the slavery times and they had a lot of self hatred. So they would treat the lighter skinned kids better. And because of that, a lot of I think, I don't know what generation that is,
Well,
but
you got to look at it another way too. Some of the lighter skinned members of the family could move in ways that the darker skinned family members couldn't back then. You got to think about just what you take 1 year alone. Just talk about what black people in general going through. The Red Summer of 1919. They didn't give a damn what color you was. You know what I'm saying? They were just killing black people, right? Wholesale slaughter of black people, man. In the years prior and the years after, but 1919 in particular was terrible for black people in this country. So, as a means of survival, sometimes because some of these massacres, there were biracial people who were passed over for the massacre and had to watch their, other black people in their community get killed, right? So there's a lot more of that history than just the colorism and things of that sort. It was just some people, like my great grandmother, she could pass, right, until she got much older. And she told, my grandfather who passed stuff down to me, the stuff she went through. So there's a deeper history in the stuff we got to examine, and we probably couldn't do it tonight. But there's many reasons why things are the way they are. And not necessarily just a necessarily a self hate. That self hate was born of the treatment and the differences somebody like my great grandmother did, and one of her darker skinned, sisters or something like that. Man, it's way deeper and it's hundreds of years old.
Yeah, and even in today's generation, they just won't let it go.
Yeah, I think that I think things and back here's the thing. It was bad back in the 90s and where people was making movies about it. We were talking about it. And I thought all these years later, things would have been different because they didn't have to go through the stuff the Gen Xers had to go through and the boomers that were our parents. And I would think that 30 years later, stuff would have been better. And it seemed like maybe it's because of social media and people getting to express themselves now because everybody has a voice. It seems to be more magnified. I don't know. It's because it's the loudest voices we hearing, and it ain't really that bad, or it's really that bad, and we're just hearing, more about it. I don't really know sometimes, man.
I think now it's probably because of this whole push. I think honestly, they don't really consider us like a protected class per se. So now in today's society, now that people are into this whole social rights thing, now they feel like it's free reign to attack us, even though we really don't really have a say. We're basically pawns to the board, basically.
I wouldn't totally disagree with that. I wouldn't totally disagree with that at all. It's just that people aren't going to give you anything, even within our community. They're not going to. People, outside our community give us preference, and that causes friction, right? But it's not. The people have to look at who's doing what. If people are choosing us, whose fault is that? Like you're gonna tell me I shouldn't use the attributes I have to get ahead? You would do the same thing in areas where darker skins preferred. Y'all flaunt, y'all get away with more stuff than us. So why is it so bad that I can use what I was born with to get ahead?
All I
Don't. That's haterade, man. Because there's a whole lot of light skinned people in the civil rights movement and various movements among social justice who was fighting like hell for dark skinned people, for all black people. We just throw them under the bus like that. It doesn't make any sense. When people say these kinds of things, it shows that they don't have any concern about history and what the light skinned side of black people has done for the overall, at least in America, for the entire community. And people forget all of that. Many a light skinned person has reached back and say, come on. But that's always forgotten, and we just think we better than everybody and all this other BS. When we the only ones in the room, they let us know who's what. At least that's been my experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of the I'm only a tier 3 light skin. I ain't no tier 8 joke. But I know who the hell I am when I'm the only black person in the room. So I don't understand what a lot of these fantasies dark skinned people think our lives are. It's like, no, what's happening is I'm getting stuff from white people and I'm getting stuff from my own people, so to speak. So what kind of attitude can you make that have somebody form after a while? They ain't gonna end up not liking none of y'all. So
exactly.
so I understand what some people want to separate themselves. I get it. I'm kind of too old for that. I've been, who I am for a long time, but I understand the attitude of, people saying, the hell with everybody. We just gonna do us. I
Yeah,
get it.
it's definitely getting to that point because really, as far as the whole white people treatment thing, I think in a way they kind of over exaggerated Because even if you look at the media, we're not really, they're actually more preferred than us. Because even if you look, like most of the black shows that we got now pretty much have dark skinned male leads. They're really, honestly, I have yet to see like a black show where it's a light skinned man that's basically the patriarchal lead in the family. And he's basically the guy that the family looks to for protection, basically a masculine lead. You really don't see us in those roles. So when they say that, it really is kind of bizarre because on one hand they say it, but on another hand you look and it's really not true.
Yeah,
Because
the typical. I'm sorry. I'll go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
yeah, and even in like superhero movies, you have Black Panther, rest in peace, by the way, Falcon, War Machine. It's like light skinned men are not anywhere in the running. So when they say that, it makes you wonder what they're really talking about.
Yeah, yeah, we had a light skinned War Machine. They like, nah, we gonna get the other guy. Like, wait a minute, we ain't got no light skinned representation nowhere around here. What y'all doing?
And when you think of War Machine, let's be honest, you think of Don Cheadle because Terrence Howard never even wore the suit.
Right? They left us hanging. Yeah, baby, maybe next time. And we never saw the light skinned power up in that Iron Man suit. It'd have been so much smoother.
When you think of War Machine, you think of Don Cheadle. Let's be honest.
Right. Who? I'm sorry. I was just seeing some Xbox water put it there, and I like who? You got me there. I don't know who that is.
He's one of them.
No,
He's
no, it's
one
a
of the
joke,
newer
y'all.
people.
I'm gonna explain something. The whole tier thing. Me and some of my buddies came up with this light skin tier thing, right? And you can't be a tier 5 unless you got the light eyes, and then it go with the hair. But thing is, I'm only a tier 3 because my hair has got a looser curl, but I got regular brown eyes and whatnot. But I can be very articulate, so that also knocks me up a tier. But like them, what's that guy with Jesse? But yeah, he like a tier 6, 7, right? Tier tens, that's the guy that light skins. We don't know who that is yet. But this is all jokes, y'all. Don't take it seriously at all. Please. Continue, sir. This is your show. I apologize.
Tears.
I'm just
So y'all
it's a
still looking
fucking
for
joke, man. It's a joke. I'm sorry, man. I'm a little inebriated, so sorry for my mouth. I apologize. I do not mean to be disrespectful.
Oh no, you're good. So I was Khaleesi, defender of black women, burner of capes. My wife and kids and Fresh Prince of Bel Air are the only shows I can think of with light skinned dads. Even if you look at them, there's a lot of people that will say that they weren't even light skinned. Because people are always moving the bar for what light skin is
Yeah,
nowadays.
it's you know what I noticed from dealing with people on the internet. It's a real regional thing, right? Because I know there's a lot of people from the East Coast. They automatically think that I'm mixed, and I'm not directly. Both my parents were some kind of black, right? But then people from down south think, but people in the north pick me out right away. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a regional thing, man. Like I'm running a mill up here in my region, man. It's a whole lot of me's running around here in southeast Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole lot of mixing around here. I don't know about other states. You know what I'm saying? But it's a whole lot of not really dark skinned black people around here. When we see dark skinned black people around here, when I see a really like dark skinned person around here, it's striking, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's really I just don't see it around this area much. Maybe I don't get outside much. I don't know, but just like really really dark skinned people like that down south dark, you just don't see it much up here.
I think what people here's the thing. In a lot of cases, some people are trying to make their group bigger because there's a lot of people that would say like, you've heard of what's her name? Yerisha Heidi.
Yeah, yeah. I can't say that I have, man.
Well, there's a lot of people that would say she's brown, but she was cast in a movie where her love interest was an Asian guy. And all those same women that said that she was quote unquote brown skin automatically threw her back in the light skin category.
Wow.
I think they try to make it out as if they try to make this brown skin only apply when it's necessary. In reality, what brown skinned, honestly, I think sooner or later people are just gonna have to get rid of that category.
Well, man, it seems like the people who hate us most seemingly make every effort to find the mate to make more of us, right? It's like every dark skinned dude talking about how much they hate us. They get the lightest light skinned woman they can find, if not a white girl. They find the lightest light skinned woman to make little light skinned babies. So, how much do you really hate us? How much you really gonna torment us when you just had your greatest desires to make us? I get, man, when I was younger, man, and actually dating, man, it was a lot of women just told me, like, I'm not saying this as a brag, like I was never like the super sexy flexy type cat, but it was still chicks telling me that they wanted to make a baby with me for the hair and the skin color and I'm like, well, you can't be for real. You gotta be joking with me. Dude, it was some women who was actually seriously saying that to me. And I'm like, wait a minute. So if this woman's saying this to me and I consider myself average, what's going on with these super handsome cats? Is they really getting hit up like this all the time? Like that's a weird part of my life, man. That I only got a few of them compared to other cats. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused and rambling, but I don't understand how people we get so much hate, but it scores more of us than it was 30, 40 years ago. How does that work? Who
Really,
making them?
honestly, that ties kind of into what I've been talking about today. Because I don't know, I work at where I work, I see thousands upon thousands of people. And I noticed one thing in particular. I noticed that a lot of the women that say that they usually have two qualities. Either they're insecure or they're not that attractive. Because let's be honest, most of the attractive ones are not going to say that oh, I want to be with this person because he has quote unquote.
For a few of them, you ain't wrong. But there were some other ones that would have surprised you. They surprised the hell out of me.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying it like in like all case, but I'm saying there's a lot of them that do.
Oh no, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you more than I'm not because there's a whole lot of them like, what are you talking about? Ones that really had nothing going on in life, then would be the quickest ones because they see it as a come up.
Right. I've seen that a lot where I'm from. Like where I'm from, I'm in the Midwest, and it's pretty much if you're like anything close to like, they make it out like you just gotta be with somebody that's like two shades darker than you. It's like a
Yeah. But then with me, I'm that stereotype. I did like darker shades. I dated light skinned women, plenty of light skinned women, but I prefer darker women, man. It was just my preference. I ain't gonna knock nobody for what they like. That ain't my bag. I'll wingman the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna tell somebody what they call it. I heard a term, dick policing. That ain't about me.
oh no,
No, I ain't about to do that
no.
shit. I just like what I like. I ain't about to try and tell nobody else what they should like.
But anyway, how you doing, LSP?
Oh, I didn't see them. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
how you doing, Brown and Beige, and what's your name, sir?
You just call me GUV for now. I
Oh,
don't.
okay.
We don't.
How you doing?
Yeah. Yep. Hello.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. Hopefully, this thing just can stay up for at least 2 hours.
Like I said, I've been through a lot, just like he did back in the late '70s and all the way to the early '90s.
Okay, you got anything you would like to add to the?
Because I remember, like, I get a little jealousy more from family members than total strangers. Because, like, we was children. You remember we was children, and we get more attention than more than the darker skinned family members. Because
Yeah.
from adults or non-blacks, and they get all mad at which I'll pick fights with you because you get the attention. I have no control about that.
Right.
I'm
Like,
saying,
what the hell did I do other than
Yeah.
exist?
and they get mad because some white kid got picked on by them at school and stuff. And why you take it out on me? Get the real white person, not some watered down version. Yeah, they too cowardly to fight a white person, but not cowardly to fight a light skinned
Oh
person.
yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
They honestly, they really don't hate. They just want to be the white person.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of self-hate that's not addressed, in all manner of things, because you see in the white community how much they try and emulate black people, right? So I think it's in America, everybody wants to be everybody else to some extent. There's a lot of that going on, but I'm fine being me. I'm not one of them light skinned cats that's ashamed of who he is or wish he was something else. It's like, hey, it's the lot I was given, man. I'm gonna roll with it, but you are who you are. Why you ain't happy about who you are?
What you said kind of struck with me. Everybody wants to be what they're not, because I look at even in social media, you see it's like you hear this cultural appropriation stuff a lot, and I see it nowadays. It seems like you got all these like white people that are going around in braids and tattoos.
Then I see black people with blonde hair, especially
Right.
you that dark. I'm saying, like, and hair down to their butt. I'm sitting there shaking my head. I want to laugh, but I had to like turn away.
Right. You can't say that. And y'all both like, look, if it's somebody from the continent saying, hey, that's literally from my culture, and you trying to make money off of it by saying, and then saying when I do it is terrible, right? But if you, like you saying, wearing a long blonde weave and you got contacts in your eyes and you skin bleaching, you can't really say much about the white girl in the dreads and the juicy pants.
That's
right.
Because the white girl has her own hair, though.
Yeah, but you know that their hair ain't meant to be dreaded.
But
to
not
fall
saying the
apart on them.
cornrows. Yeah, the cornrows. Yeah, they use their own hair.
Yeah. But that should tear their head up too. They don't know what the hell they doing. It's bad for everybody. If you just be yourself,
Exactly,
you'll be all right. But nobody wants to be themselves anymore.
Oh, they crack me up. They get mad at blackfishing. Okay, this is supposed to be light skinned mixed chicks. They imitate light skinned and mixed chicks. We should get offended, but we're not even offended about it.
When they say blackfishing, they
I'm
really
not
mean
even
mixed
offended.
fishing.
Yeah. They think it. Why they try to imitate y'all? I said, wait, I seen her say, okay, she looks more like me. Why are you mad at her for?
Well, it's one of those situations where they selectively pick, because any other situations they would say that those women are the light bright exoticals that are taking on their man.
Yeah.
But then when it looks good for them to say so, they'll say, "Oh, she's black now," but it's really not.
Yeah, we black women convenient. Yeah.
Right.
Even if you look at Kamala Harris,
oh man,
she don't even claim black.
Oh my God, that's why like she's a black woman. I'm like, since when? Since when?
I look at the paper bag and look at you to look at the paper bag. Don't you look not even close to you?
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that she's the first black first lady. I was like, no, she's not.
She's a woman of color.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah, she's a person of color. That's for damn sure. But
and when someone's a quarter black, they'll call them a person of color. a woman of color. She's not even half.
Right.
She probably is at best 30, and that's pushing it, honestly. But it's the same with Obama. Even Obama, he was mixed. So we want to go there. This is the thing that they don't get. Even if they were quote unquote trying to push light skinned people out of the community, who does that leave?
Right.
We be taking Ali, Obama,
Meghan Markle, Vanessa Williams,
yeah,
Lenny Kravitz, Prince.
Many
Yeah.
politicians and activists.
Exactly. All light skinned and mixed politicians.
Alicia Keys,
Yes. Lita Horne,
Curry, Stephon Curry.
Matt Barnes.
So in other words, we go take about 65% of the black excellence that's been
Exactly.
created in community with us.
On top of that, we created Black history.
Yeah,
all
see
people
that?
who did all the past, they're all light skinned, they all
Right.
mixed.
Right.
We've created like Black history. What's the
See,
point of
how
Black
could I
history? We
forget?
created it.
Malcolm X and Rosa Parks.
Yes.
My bad.
Right.
See,
Thurgood Marshall.
Angela Davis.
Mhm.
Yes.
All that black excellence. You gonna throw that? You gonna get rid of that?
Huey Newton.
Look, they just
That's Karen Cleaver. I'm not. It's Catherine or Karen Cleaver. I forgot what her name is. She's a Black Panther.
Kathleen Cleaver.
Yes. I'm sorry, but we made history.
Right.
Look, somebody light skinned people.
Surprised white people didn't say
seem
nothing
to
about
be
that.
on
I'm
a-
saying like these people are half black. This surprised didn't step up and say why they call it Black history is majority of people are half black.
But makes a light skin history. Okay. So it looks like Hybrid Vigor has joined. This should be it. What's up, Hybrid Vigor?
Not so much. I'm just listening in.
Hey.
Hey,
So you got anything you'd like to add to it?
Not yet. I'm just getting in. So if there is something I want to say, I can say it.
Hey, sounds good to
Okay.
me.
I guess we'll keep going there. Because
Yeah, continue. Let's continue.
it looks like people are still naming people. We've been naming people for like 10 minutes.
Well,
Bob
it just
Marley.
goes to show, huh? It just goes to show.
Bob Marley, he's another one. See, it's just left the top of my head, but this is just honestly, this is what I call blackfishing, honestly.
I didn't even know Bob Marley was mixed. I thought he
Yep.
was black the whole time
I
because
thought,
I was told
too.
that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw out one that slips under the radar. Your boy Slash, don't forget about him.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
not her because I heard about his group members found out he was black. I think back in the 90s they said the N word. I think he got offended. It was the early 90s.
I think that this Guns N' Roses, right?
Yep.
No, I know Slash with curly
Yep.
hair.
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Zendaya.
His
Yeah.
ex-wife.
See, y'all just need to stop naming people. Y'all making my head spin.
And their daughter.
Oh, don't even bring up Lisa Bonet and Jasmine Guy. Ooh, I would have fought somebody back in the day.
And Cherise Summer too. There's so many of them.
Yeah, let's not even go into the whole beauty standard thing.
Oh, let's
'Cause
talk about beauty queens then. There's so
'cause
many of them.
black women, that whole black women will like dark skinned black women will have to completely change because
Will Smith and his
Beyonce,
wife.
it wouldn't be her anymore. They will have to really, really search for it. Yeah, it'll have to be Lupita at this point. You see, Darty Danbridge. You know what? Y'all just making my head spin right now. Anyways, what's up, Real Talk?
What's good, man? Am I too loud right now?
No, you're good. I do
Good.
hear
I,
the,
You're
the
good. You're
wind in the
fine.
back, but you're good.
I'm longboarding right now. That's why.
Longboard.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
got to get some exercise.
All right, but you got anything you like to add to the stream?
Yeah, I want to add one thing. Oh, one second. There's a car coming. Hold on.
Don't get hit by a car, please.
Yeah, where I'm from, at like the darker skins, right? They was not tolerating that whole light skin thing at all. Like they got pushed out already. You know what I'm saying? And I'm from Michigan. I don't know where y'all from.
Wait, I'm from Michigan. I got treated very well. I lived in Michigan.
Yeah, I am too, honestly.
I got
Yeah,
treated
well, I went through
very
it back in the
well.
70s and 80s, bro.
Exactly. I got
Oh,
treated
back in the
very
day.
well.
What was that?
But the thing is, up here, you can agree it's a lot more light skinned cats now than it was earlier.
Try living
Oh,
in the South.
yeah,
Try living in the
So,
yeah,
South
for sure.
back in the 80s. Ooh.
right.
And
Well,
the
it was rough
numbers.
back then.
Little bit.
Yeah, I can tell. Like I heard it in like rappers' songs and stuff like that. Definitely, they got boxed out. Like all type
So
of
they
stuff.
tried to talk we out of style. To who? To
That's
who?
the. I guess it feels good to lie to yourself.
Right. Look, just because you put Jaimin Hansu in the video don't mean we out the
Yeah,
game. Sorry.
yeah. There's way more black people down there too in the South. So like that, that added population, it's gonna make people more,
Yeah.
because what they say, the majority, what's the term? Majority rules or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I ain't never been to Atlanta enough like that. I've touched the South, for different reasons, but I've never made it into Georgia very much. But
Oh
I know
yeah,
I was in
Atlanta.
Arkansas. I got picked out. You ain't from down here, are you? I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even say nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Atlanta got a lot of red bones.
especially
like-
places like Mississippi. Yeah, there's a lot of black people. Places. That's where a lot of my family is from. Hey, there's not really a lot of light skinned people per se. They're
Oh,
there,
okay.
but there's the very vast majority are darker.
Yeah, like a
Well,
large part of the South is like that. It's just they don't got a lot of the mixture, but
I mean, y'all do get like all the sun in America. So, I mean, you bound to be 6 shades lighter than you would be anywhere else on the planet, probably. So,
yeah, I'm in
it's-
Florida too. Right,
oh
I've been
my
here for like
God,
10
man.
years.
I would die down there, bro.
Yeah, it's really hot down there. I'm at the bottom of Florida too, so it's really hot.
How many
But
gallons of sunscreen you go through a year? You would estimate?
I usually like if I'm working or if I'm just out in the sun long for like more than a couple hours, I usually just put some sun gear on, like the
Right.
sun sleeves and sun masks, all that. Because the white people down there, they get sun cancer left and right.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Yeah, they got sun cancer clinics everywhere.
I can imagine so how that south sun
And
burned you.
I stay
Yeah,
indoors.
Yep. That's the thing. Stay indoors during midday because that sun will
Exactly.
eat you. You get eat by that sun down there. That's for like gravity's pulling you up, like compared to up north.
I don't go outside until like at least 7 o'clock at night during the summer. When it's still broad daylight.
When I lived down south a couple years ago, we didn't go until the sunset because during the day, if your car was out in the sun, you would burn your whole hand off practically.
I'll be right back.
Anyone been to Louisiana? Or
Well, it's been a while.
yeah, I'll probably fix and go out there this summer. Check out that supposed Creole population.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're crazy about light skinned people.
down there.
Creoles,
Yeah.
yes. Because I met quite a few old guys, man. Oh, this woman, she talked my ear off. This Creole lady did my taxes one year. She talked my ear off.
Oh,
And then she saw
matter of
my
fact,
son. Ooh.
yeah. Matter of fact, I actually ran into some Creoles a couple weeks ago. They were staring at me funny. I could tell they were Creole because they got that old Southern like demeanor and fashion and all that.
Oh boy, we lost him.
Oh, that's the host.
Yeah,
Hey,
he
He'll,
what's
he'll
that?
come back.
What's that guy named Steph Curry one? I see your comments everywhere, man. What's your name? Eggborg or something?
Is he there?
Me, Hybrid Vigor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you be talking mad smack everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty bad.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me be careful. Let me tread carefully here.
You a biracial?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Hey, Giant, hold on. I'm in the South. You know, you hear them big truckers. You heard about that one biracial dude? He was like gay or something, but he called himself like a bully. He used to try to bully people till they commit suicide. He was from Chicago.
What the heck?
Yeah.
No, I don't know about that one, man.
He was brutal, man. I think he made like another biracial girl commit suicide. I remember look it up. It's on YouTube. His
I heard
mother
one
got
light
shot
skinned
in the
chick
face.
did it.
What was that?
I heard a light skinned chick got bullied and she committed suicide.
Oh yeah, a lot of them do. I be seeing it all the time. But this guy, he went out his way to bully. He'll go to the extreme to bully. He would like doxing, all type of crazy stuff.
Oh, that doc dropping shit. Good grief,
Yeah.
man. People are bad
People
about that stuff.
He from Chicago, so you already know they crazy over there.
So was they're a grouping of light skin channels or something? Is something I'm missing out on? Y'all see each other different places. What's going on? I'm out the loop.
I know
There's
I
a
have
few of them
channel,
springing
but
up.
I ain't paid my union dues lately. Y'all ain't sending me the literature. Let me know what's going on.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. A lot of them are hidden. Some of them don't exist no more. Some of them are like Latinos and stuff.
Oh, okay. I remember motivation and
A9 Black
somebody here.
light skin motivation.
Yes. Yeah.
I think last year in August I think they took their channel down last year.
Yeah, they took
Oh,
it
they
down.
took
Yeah,
it
last
down.
Yeah,
year.
I was very
Oh,
upset
wow.
about that too.
Yeah, out the blue, they didn't tell no one nothing. But
Anybody know what happened at all? Or
I
just
was on their last chat that Saturday night, and like the next following day, they took their channel down. I was like,
Damn.
wow.
yeah, even I was like, what the hell happened? And that was it. Then nobody else was doing any streams of the, on the subject matter. And
yeah, it
everybody-
died out for like 6 months, 9 months. Yep.
Then Miss Philosophy, I hadn't heard from her since like probably around September.
For like 6 months, 9 months.
oh, he's back.
Probably around
Yeah, it
September.
died out for like 6 months, 9 months.
Oh, he's back.
I think it's repeating itself, man.
That somebody must have a device or something.
Yeah.
I think it's repeating itself.
Okay, I'm back. So y'all are talking about A9 Black Man and light skin motivation.
Yes, you remember
Yeah.
last year.
Hey man, you need to feed them gerbils, running around them wheels, keep losing power, man. Give us some Gatorade or something.
I like to go up. It's kind of dark in this road. I don't want to hit a rock fall on my face. See, it's the little rocks that get you.
You know what happened to him? Light skin motivation is a non-black.
I don't know what happened per se, but I think they kind of aligned
Well,
themselves.
I know what happened. What were you saying, man? They aligned themselves.
with some channels that kind of contradicted. They were aligning themselves with a lot of bizarre channels, and I think I didn't see their last stream, but the Black Manosphere kind of led to their downfall.
Oh, God.
They was growing too. They was growing too.
Fast. They're growing fast.
It was very grown. It was growing. It was getting popular and everything.
Right.
Because we got attacked on Twitter and everything last year.
Yeah, and they never really contacted me or anything.
I know I got harassed after that.
I think Light Skin Motivation, she was having like a lot of, she needed a mental break.
Yeah, I remember
Type
that
of thing.
too.
It was too much for her. Yeah.
And she was out for a month last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was coming for her. All types of people. Got like Latinos and stuff that was talking, all type of stuff going on.
Then Light Skin Love, she dropped out too.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, honestly, it's kind of hard when you're doing like YouTube as often as they are, because
it's warfare. You gotta be strategic.
Their channel was growing so much that they were getting attention from a lot of people, and honestly, that there was particular groups of people that kind of led to their channel going down. I don't know if you guys heard of this guy, Radical Latino, but
the East Coast dudes.
Him and his audience had a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, because the Latinos they like to troll real heavy.
And I think it's KEM or Kim, whatever his name is, 123. He got something to do as well too.
Yeah, him too. Troll real heavy too.
Kim.
Yeah, because me and him had a fallout too. And I guess he took his channel down.
Yeah, his channel disappeared for a while. He's back up now.
You know what? Oh yeah, I see him. Real talk, I kind of see he be on Bluish Gelato's channel a lot, believe it or not.
Yeah, I see them on Bluish. I was conversating with him and Bluish in the comments. Well, they took it down though. I was trolling them mad hard.
Yeah, I was on that channel 2 nights ago.
I think his channel's okay, but
yeah, it's alright.
Okay.
Sometimes he entertains. I don't have a problem with him per se, and I would like.
It's really just a divester channel with black women who are, I guess, running from Blackistan and wanting to date biracial men.
Yeah, his channel's in all different type of directions. I don't even know. It kind of reminds me of my channel. My channel went 1,000 different directions.
Most of the viewers are black women.
Yup.
Then I heard these 2 new channels called I think United Exoticals, and there's another one about light skin or something like that.
Yeah, Exoticals.
Exoticals and another one.
Yeah, I've been meaning to. I might have to teach them how to use StreamYard so they can start hosting streams like this too.
StreamYards. I asked them too.
I'm hoping maybe she comes in today, or maybe I can help her get it set up.
The other was Light Skin Guilt. Yes.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
There's a few other ones I just subscribed to. I gotta look at my subscriber, but if I find it, I'll drop it somewhere on the comment or whatever. They're just starting to pop up more and more.
I think luckily now the whole the communities, like the pro-black communities that led to their downfall, they've kind of backed off a bit. At least at the moment. I think sooner or later when we start getting big enough again, they're going to start attacking us again.
Because so far they didn't hear about my channel either right now. Because I ain't heard from the Attack Your channel lately too.
So we have Jake Bell. But anyways, so I was gonna ask all y'all a question, and I think I'll start with you, Real Talk. So as far as who should light skinned men date, if it was up to you, honestly,
That is, man, it's depending on where you live at, really. Like, I would say light skinned women just for cultural reasons, you know what I mean, compatibility reasons and stuff like that. Regardless if they're, you know, Creole, light skinned or biracial, regardless, you know, because it's not a light skin is not a homogenized group too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In a lot of areas, I feel like it's a bit more homogenized where I'm from, but because they date each other often out there, so it's a thing now. But yeah, you know, start off with that light skinned women, but the next best thing I guess would be like, you know, beige colored women like of other groups. Because I don't have like Middle Eastern women who like me and Indian women and stuff. And they were like beige colored, you know.
Right. Yeah. Okay, Hybrid Vigor. What about you? Who would you suggest?
Sorry, was this who we should date?
Yes.
Well, personally, I prefer that we group up, we homogenize, we create a group with an in-group genetic bias with our own identity. Kind of like, you know, in Canada, there's the Métis, which is a combination of French and Native Indian, but over time they develop their own culture and have their own separate identity as a people and are protected under that title.
Yep. Mestizos are the same way. Mestis, I don't know if you heard about them. They're from Canada. There's actually a lot of them in Michigan. They're like mestizo sort of group from Canada. I got some relatives who are half mestizo actually, but like Redbone at one point was like that. You know, I think it still is to a degree because like I'm actually part Redbone, like the real Redbone. You know what I'm saying? Not just Redbone, right? Which the real Redbone was like, I think white, black, native. I'm part Cherokee and all that. And the genetics is strong as shit. That's all I got to say. They're hella strong because I've got a brother, right? He's half Filipino, but he looks just like me. His brother is half black, half dark skin, but looks completely different. You know what I'm saying? As far as like his hair is mostly straight and all that. So that just lets me know it was definitely a real homogenous group at one point. You know what I'm saying? I'm only a quarter Redbone. You know, like not even half or whatever. So. And I'm also part Guyanese, but like those genetics didn't even stick out too much.
I agree with both of you per se. And the thing about it is, I think sooner or later we're going to have to start doing it. But I think we have to pay very close attention to the culture. Because where I'm from, we see like a lot of mud sharks, like white women with dark skinned black men.
What? Wait! You got to hold on a second. Oh, what?
Mud shark. that's a southern term, man.
What the?
To be honest with you, man, I see.
Like
you
that
know
in my
what?
life. A mud shark. Oh
Yeah,
my God! I'm about to run. I'm gonna wear that out. Wait a minute. Okay, before I start talking too much, what's a mud? What exactly is a mud shark? What are we saying?
Well, it's kind of
It's a racist slur that a lot of white men, particularly racist white men, use
I
towards
didn't know that's
white women who
etymology.
date black men.
Yeah, I ain't gonna mess with that. I like taking shit, joking about
Tommy
it.
Sotomayor uses that word.
Oh no.
They call mixed people mudbloods as well. So if you're mixed, you have black, they call you a mudblood, like as in you're not human.
See, I haven't heard of that one.
See, I heard that up here.
I never heard that
Good
one either.
grief.
Mud shark, yes, but not that one.
I ain't never heard of mud shark before. That is
Mud shark all
Yeah,
the
we would be
Wrong.
considered mudbloods.
on initial hearing. It's like it sounds funny, but now that I've been explaining to where it comes from, I think we can leave that one alone. But go ahead, sir. I am sorry for interrupting you. That just
my
wow.
bad. But anyway, we'll just say kind of hood white women, tatted up, pretty much. They're basically
Oh yeah,
the
It
bottom
comes
of
from
the
white
barrel.
nationalists.
I dislike
Particularly.
those types, man.
The bottom Karens.
Bottom
Yeah,
Karens.
yeah, we'll say bottom Karens. I don't know what it is, but
I have learned so many new words tonight.
It's all right,
lot of-
actually.
a lot of dark skinned black men just love white women like that. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if you're going to date out, then you should be getting the best of the best,
Exactly.
not just dating out and getting the trash of other groups. And unfortunately, I'm seeing that a lot.
Yeah, I have a sibling who is doing that right now.
Really?
Yes, he got a
Unfortunately,
white girl, got 2 kids with a white girl, and she is worse the worse.
I think we all know some cats like that to some degree.
He's
or
not a
another.
bad looking man. I wish he'd pick better white chicks.
Discreet Geek says dark skinned men go for the white man's leftover.
But he's telling the truth. Even the white dudes don't water.
Yeah. You're not going to. I'm not going to argue against that. I've seen that a lot.
So where y'all living at, all of y'all right now, if y'all don't mind, or region maybe, if you don't want to say the state.
No, I'm in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wisconsin
Where's that? Is that by Minnesota or Illinois?
is by Minnesota and Illinois.
Is that the one that's at the top of the map, or the one that's more towards Illinois?
Man, you better pull that computer out your pocket and hit Google.
'Cause I know one of them was way up there, probably bordering.
We
on
live
that.
in the future, man. We even got flying cars somewhere.
See, Michigan. The other lady, you were Michigan too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, basically Midwest, basically.
Yeah, Midwest is deep, man. But okay, that's right above Illinois. Okay, Minnesota is the one that's way up there. Okay,
The sister
like-
city of Chicago. I see
yeah, you in
Opportunity.
Chicagoland. I said over there, man. They defunded the police and everything. Like, you safe, man?
Yeah, that's the glory.
I'm from the land where the Chargers and Challengers run free. Apparently,
Motown land.
yeah. It's like everybody and mama got a goddamn Hellcat around this damn place.
Yeah.
man.
I was out there last fall. Yeah, muscle cars all through Michigan. Muscle cars, Wranglers.
right, man. It's just
I had someone down here trying to tell me that they probably drive more foreigns up Michigan. I'm like, are you serious, man?
where?
No.
No,
Are you serious, man? You know where
no.
American cars come from?
Right. Now you go out on the East Coast and the West Coast.
Cars.
I'm like, there's more
Oh.
foreigns in Florida than in Michigan.
Right. All them coastal cities, that's all you see.
Yep. East Coast, all that. Yep.
Along the Rust Belt.
It's straight American. They don't even like Japanese. My father to this day, he still buying like American cars that don't last like the Japanese really. But
And with my job, man, back when I was in the field, it's certain places you couldn't park with a foreign car. You had to park across the street, like 3 blocks away, if at all.
yeah, they all driving. I drive Japanese. I'm driving a
Yeah,
Suzuki right now.
Probably, in certain places they wouldn't even let you park on site.
Well, what's up, AMR?
Like I don't know about that.
Ask a question. I heard a study saying Wisconsin was the worst place for black people in America. Is that true?
You said Wisconsin, the worst place. Like what?
Well, I wouldn't really buy too much into that because really that's subjective. Because Wisconsin really doesn't really have I'm like in one of the few black areas in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, for the most part, is mostly white.
Yeah, I can see that because you kind of further from the south and all that over there.
Yeah, I'm closer to the Chicago part of we call it the east part, basically. The Racine, the Kenosha area, Milwaukee.
Kenosha, hey, that sounds like Native American right there.
Yeah, it is. Most of it is.
Did something happen over there in Kenosha where they started rioting? I forgot what it was. Someone got shot or something.
Jacob Blake, yeah.
What? He got shot? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jacob Blake. Yeah, they burned Kenosha down over that.
And George Floyd, he's in that area too, right? Or is it Minnesota?
Minnesota. Yeah.
Okay, that's way up there. Okay. I heard he's from Houston too. I don't know how he got up there.
They do allow. We are allowing to roam around a little bit. We ain't gotta have papers and our burlap sacks out there with the stick with the little bag on it, straight hobo style. Nah, man, we got cars and shit today. Got cell phones and everything. I'm sorry, y'all. I am a little.
Shit,
Ooh,
matter of
boy.
fact, we got a storm coming this Tuesday.
We done had enough of that here, man.
I'm talking about a hurricane, but
We done had enough of y'all problems down there. We getting all this flooding up here in Michigan, man. It's ridiculous.
oh
We
yeah,
have
the
a storm
storms head
right
up
now.
there. Yeah.
And I live in Texas.
Y'all, please keep that down there with y'all. Contain
Yeah,
that shit.
If we already have it right now.
We ain't used to that. We not used to it.
Yeah.
We over here drowning.
Hey, I've
Texas
been through that hurricane a couple years ago. That was wild.
Texas had that little whole winter storm thing.
Oh God, don't get me
Oh.
started. Don't start with me
That was
about
weird.
that. Ugh.
How y'all get a winter storm in Texas?
It hadn't had one in 30 years. And all of a sudden it came all of a sudden.
I lived down there for 3 years, and I could count how many times on one hand that it snowed, if at all.
I never seen it snow down here, but yeah. It did get down like 30 degrees down here one time.
It was nothing like Michigan snow.
No, definitely.
Yeah, we,
It was like
we take that on the chin, though. I mean,
I rather deal with Michigan snow.
Oh, don't say that
Michigan's
word.
got them Indian summers. I don't know you know about that.
oh yeah. When I drive 4x4, snow don't stop me. You gotta have some feet on the ground before you stop my ass.
All-wheel drive, yep. That's what y'all need out there. All-wheel, front wheel. Y'all can't even do rear wheel during the winter.
I mean, every car, me or my lady. Well, I drive 4x4. She drive all-wheel drive. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't buy a car without it. That's like the minimum requirement for me. Not everybody. There's plenty of people getting stuck in their front wheel drives out there sliding around. Ain't got no traction control or nothing. Nope.
Yeah, all them charges.
Man, oh my God, dude. The winter first started, so many of them wrapped around poles, man. Like, come on, man. What are y'all doing? Put them up.
Yeah, I be hearing about that. Well, I want to know, why does people driving around in Michigan with no license plates?
Man, look, dude. People built different around here, man.
I went out there and it was like, I was riding to like 10 different people, no license plate.
You better be careful.
I'm confused why.
There might be some extra stuff going along with that.
They're not getting pulled over either. I'm kind of confused by it. I even saw a white girl doing it too, so I'm like, okay, it's
Well, the
not
thing
just the
was,
hood.
our Secretary of State was closed during, COVID, so people was and your appointments was literally months out. You know what I'm saying? Like even for us, because we had planned on taking a trip in 2020, couldn't do nothing, so we just took the trip money and got us another car. It took us a while to register that car. We bought it from the dealership. It took a minute, with them doing it for us. So I can only imagine, individuals who ain't doing them in bulk. You know what I'm saying? Dealership might be doing 20 at once, so they're going to get priority. But you or me doing it, it was like 4 or 5 months out. So you couldn't register your car.
Okay, that explains it. It was a ton of people with no plates out there. I'm like, I hope ain't nobody about to do a drive-by.
Well, you better have some insurance on it. A lot of folks that took advantage, they ain't putting no insurance on it. Again, you wrap that Hellcat around the pole, you got to eat it.
Yep.
Yeah, we just recovered we had a bad winter this year. It was terrible. One day we had 10 inches of snow.
That's nothing.
Oh, I ain't seen that in years.
And what's crazy was when I was younger,
10 inches of rain, that's what I see.
We got like
10 inches of rain, please, no more. No mas.
we
They
got
get like a foot down here, matter of fact.
It's raining every day this week in Texas. Ugh.
See, y'all infrastructure is built for that. Like the winters would, the winter storms would got y'all. But us getting that much rain, our pump houses could not handle it. And I work for my county. Our morgue have 4 feet of water in the basement. That's where all the mechanical equipment is. The remediation company, excuse me, is still in there trying to clean that stuff out because it ain't just regular sewage in there. If you get my meaning.
Yeah, I see.
So that's a hazmat, and I specifically made sure to be not trained in hazmat, so I ain't got to deal with that mess. Come on with your hazmat training. Oh, I think I'm sick that day. You ain't sending me down there with a Tyvek suit, clean up these people.
Yeah, I seen something like that in the news. I think he had to go to the hospital or something.
Yeah,
See,
man.
I think I talked her up. Exoticals United has joined the stream.
Oh, I'm glad to hear. Uh-oh.
The half Latino, right?
Exoticals United, how you doing?
I don't think she's up
light
yet.
skin guilt.
I don't think she's up now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, how are you?
Oh,
looks like they dropped. Well, anyways, what were we saying?
That's the only thing we need is light skin guilt in the chat. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I see there's a lot of arguing going on in the chat.
Okay, let me go some more people and see.
I mean, I haven't looked at his chat in 30 minutes.
What they arguing about?
It looks like biracials arguing with black dads and white moms. And honestly, addressing that, honestly, it doesn't really matter to me as long as it's healthy relationships. But regardless of which gender it is, if their relationships are not healthy, then it really cancels itself out, regardless of who it is. I just feel like you shouldn't get with somebody just because you have a fetish for certain features.
Exactly. Just because you want a kid by them.
How are you determining if something is a fetish or if it is not also something else, right? Because a fetish assumes that it's usually a false dichotomy, right? Where it's like you can't fetishize and also like somebody at the same time. How do you make that break? How do you break that? How do you make the distinction?
Well, I think if you truly love somebody, you'll look past the features of them. Now, you can like certain features per se, but when it comes to the point where you just get to the point where you just have to have it, and it's like a unhealthy lust, then that's when it becomes a problem. But if it's a genuine love, then yeah, you can love features. I mean, all of us have certain features that we like.
Can I take a crack at that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's when it's more about what the person is than who they are as a person. So it's not that it's this person name, generic white person name, insert there, and it's more about what they are. I got me a white girl. Her personality, all that else be damned. I just got me a white girl, and I get to do whatever I want to this white girl. I think that's when it's a fetishist thing.
I
don't
believe
care
that
about the person.
I believe that
I can't be around all that. That's too much.
Make it a fetish. I believe that people say that when somebody says, let's say, I like, a certain kind of skin tone or a certain kind of hair type, it doesn't mean that that's the only reason. And a lot of people still say that's all they like when they didn't say that, right?
Well, I do.
Like if I say I like light-skinned women or mixed women,
I got me a light-skinned girl. It's that who she is don't even matter, bro.
Did they say?
Yes,
I got her only because she's light-skinned.
Because that's all they want to date. I only date light skins.
But did they say
they generalize that way?
But did they say it's only because she's light skinned?
Well,
like he might want to date light
skins. They seem to mention.
I think that's why, because that's like a trend they got going on for a while. Since rap, right? You gotta get.
Most of us who are straight, we prefer the opposite sex, right, for their features, as opposed to the same sex. Would that also be a form of fetishization?
That's just natural inclination due to your identified gender and preferences.
and we don't individually have natural inclinations to different kinds of people with
Sure
different
we
kinds.
do. Sure we do.
I feel that it's too hard to prove that kind of accusation. It's too hard to prove because it's not a matter of you have to prove that that's the only reason. When somebody
I
might like
understand where
skins,
you're
but
coming from, but if they're
they're going to
verbally
choose certain light skins over other light skins.
right,
Either
but if
way,
they're
right?
vocalizing it over and over and over and over again, it starts seeming to be a pattern. Like somebody just says it once, yeah, you can just kind of blow it off or whatever, just them talking. But if you're around a person and they say it, I got this white girl, I got this white girl, white guy, it's always about the white girl to the point you're noticing, okay, what's her name? Who is she? I just got a white girl. It's just this, saying vaporous white woman that we ain't never seen or heard of is always the same thing with the particular anecdote that I'm reaching back for. Like
You know
that, I've
she's
seen
kind,
people
or
do that. It's
is she
like,
kind, or I'm sorry.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know that if you ask her if she's kind, she's sweet, or she just went up there because she's a white girl.
Right.
But I'm sure somebody who thinks that would choose the sweeter white girl over the less sweeter white girl,
Exactly.
even if their preference is within that group. But that still wouldn't be merely because they're white. You see,
It's the
what you need for that
personality.
argument is that it is only the reason. But I don't believe we ever really get that. I don't believe that you can really prove that. Is what I mean.
Prove it's a fetish.
Prove that it's merely a fetish, because it can be a fetish, but can also be love as well. It's not mutually exclusive, right?
But it's
Okay,
an attraction.
Going
so
to an extreme. What is
it's a
when
preference,
somebody
right?
just likes feet?
It's
The
a
feet
preference.
Exactly. That's what I would say.
Is the feet people? Is that a fetish?
Preference
Guys
Well,
is
that's
just
not
like
really
feet.
love.
are real similar
That's
though.
well, it
That's
is a
what I'm
kind of. It
saying.
is a kind of. It is a kind of preference, right? I mean, certain things get off other
Right.
different people differently.
You only want a certain phenotype. It's a
Women
fetish
want
preference.
men who are taller than
Yeah.
them. Like women want men who are, of course, going to be at least equal or taller than them, and that's just a normal. There might be
Well,
people
you
with
have to
better.
look up the word preference. When you prefer something, you like
I
it over
don't
the
believe
one.
they're mutually exclusive.
The word preference means when you prefer something.
Well, my
but
thing is,
that
I
doesn't-
ran
You might
into a
prefer
chick.
what you fetish, right?
I ran into an exotical chick a while ago. Like, she's like light skinned mulatto sort of chick. I ain't gonna say what type of race she was, because I don't want to, whatever. But yeah, one of the first things she did was, was talk about her hair. I'm light skinned, what I'm saying, all that. But like her baby dad was dark skinned. I was just dating her for a little while, She was bad, but and that's when I saw what she was getting at, the lure of the the features and all that. So that goes into the fetishization and all that.
Maybe
It don't work on
fetishization
me.
is
I'm
a preference
aware of
taken
shit.
to an extreme. Would that be a fair?
Yeah, there we go.
I think you need to be able to demonstrate why it's morally wrong, rather than just use the term.
I don't think it's wrong. I just think it's
The presumption is that somebody is doing something wrong, and that's what you need to prove.
Well,
no, I wouldn't
think-
see. I think it's something if they find arousing. Like there are odd things people find arousing that like they may not like people like the guys who want to marry inanimate objects and have relations with them, right? Like I don't mean like sex toys. I mean like cars and buildings.
Well, yeah, you can't
gotta
love
say
those
that's
things in the
odd.
same
Right.
way.
Tail catch and red eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
But-
like it's a fine. I see what you're saying about.
You can't love a person, so it's different. Where those are not those are
Right.
objects which it doesn't make sense to fall in love
Well,
with. But as somebody,
okay, what if they
But-
didn't announce their preference or what they liked, and they just attract what they attracted? Nobody ever announced what they actually liked. So what would they attract? Right?
well, you can announce it because you want that group to let you know that you're open to taking requests from that group.
But if
so
you
what
could-
happens when they don't prefer another skin tone? Like, only dark skin, right?
When I
What is
think when
that?
people say that, they're not saying that they would never date somebody who doesn't. They're just saying like that they get the first choice. Like I'm going to look here first, and then I'll look over there. But I'm going to look here first.
So that's
Okay,
their
then
but
tribe.
what
second.
about the ones that don't per se?
And
They
that's why
only
brown
looking at-
skins is dominant, and brown skins is is the homogenization of those.
I
tribes.
think sometimes we get a pattern of dating a certain type that we like, and we kind of stick with the group. We stick with what we know. We get familiar, and we stick with that group just because we've dated them already, and we know them, and we're
that's also true. That's also true because every type of woman has a different flavor to them. It's hard to adjust to different types. It's the same thing with men. It's hard to adjust to you get culture shock and all that. I put an article on my Facebook a while ago. It was talking about how people get stressed out and anxiety with things they're not familiar with and all that.
Okay, well, here's my question for you, Hybrid Vigor. What about? Okay, I agree with most of what you're saying, but what about if there's a black man that talks about how he prefers white women and downs other groups of women? What if you have a preference for something and you bash your supposed non-preference? Does it become a problem then, per se?
Well, most of the times when that happens, it's usually because they're getting a backlash already. Like they're hearing a whole bunch of negative things. Like every time they get with a light-skinned woman, they're hearing backlash, and eventually they get pissed off, and then they say something, even though they've been getting negative messages for like half a year, and then black women will treat it as if they never did anything, as if it was just one way and out of the blue when it's not, right?
Yeah, that's called preference shaming or tribal shaming, right? But at the same time, what was I about to say? I missed it. I was about to say something.
Like some of these rappers who are, let's say, with lighter skinned women are receiving nothing but hate comments from dark skinned women on their social media for time after time again, and then they get mad and say something, and then the black woman will treat it as if it came out of nowhere. They're just bashing us because they're getting sick of what you're saying, and then they're kind of reacting back. And the fact that you're harassing them gets erased from the conversation.
You kind of sound like Ben Sharper. Are you half Jewish, man?
No.
Okay, I agree per se.
Hey, man, I got a preference too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like I said, we all have preferences, but I think it becomes a problem when you're downing your non-preference and making them feel bad.
I'm gonna start doing it though.
Well,
I'm gonna start doing it to see what it feels like.
I think it also has to do with when you meet somebody new and they're different, they kind of want to know why. They want to know, well, what's wrong with, why are you, now picking me as opposed to, this other group that you were dating. And we're kind of pushed to kind of almost like prove our allegiance. And that often ends up being, bashing the last partner or showing, why you're better than the partner I was with, which is not really meant to be towards another group of race, but what we would do with any individual, but it could end up being towards, the group. You know what I mean?
I'm looking at this. Is that one lady still coming up? Exotical?
That's Valvalina says.
Yeah, that's my problem. It's the slander. My problem is the slander. When you slander, you limit other motherfuckers' dating options. I don't like the slander. Once you start making these light skin jokes, that's slander right there.
Exactly.
That's gossiping and slander. Now you fucking with my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because
that's why I stepped into this shit. Because once you start slandering, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I got a jacket, got to attack, you know what I mean? Type of stuff, Look, whatever.
Man, when they say something crazy, like you can't talk to me unless you can pass a paper bag test. You can't imagine how that enrages some people. They will do extreme things on the internet to show you how upset they are that you said that. Believe me.
You ain't got to slander. Shoot, y'all could just go run off into the sunset. Whatever.
That's also just sexual selection, though. I mean, part of the reason we select sexually is because we're trying to, get genes that we want. We want to reproduce more of what we love. And so
they like darker skinned and they want to be darker skinned, right?
Sometimes sometimes they want the child to be actually more like them, but they're with, they'll settle for whatever. The love will overcome.
I'm light skinned, but I got dark skin nigga genes. You said I'm tall, all that shit. So
I prefer the apple over the banana, but I still eat the banana. See, that's the thing. When you say you prefer something, you say you like it more, but you still will try other things.
Exactly. And a lot of people just like the fetishization thing, they give this extreme version, which is not the version that exists, or it's not only like it doesn't mean they'll never date apples. The best relationships I have had were with women who were not my preference, right? The women I've had that were my preferences were disasters, okay, because they were so so full of themselves that it was just there was more problems. I accepted worse behavior from them than I would other women.
What happened to the Amazing Alchemist or what is his name? Amazing something.
The Amazing Seekers, I think that's
Yeah, there we go. Something with an S. I don't even know what it means.
what?
Dude. What?
He said that he preferred Jewish women, but prefers
Yeah,
women
yeah.
lighter skinned.
Yeah, he kept on trying to get me to get on the Jewish one. I'm like, I never even met a Jewish woman. So I like indigenous women because they look good to me, but maybe it's just too many where I live at. That's probably why.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
You said you grew up in Michigan, right?
yeah, we don't got them in Michigan like that. But when I came down here, that's where they got a bunch of Latinos and stuff.
Yeah, we ain't got a large population.
Because colored girls is
Very
the
small out
asking,
there.
Right.
What about caramel girls? What would y'all do y'all consider caramel light skin or brown skin?
Like
it's kind of
they're
weird.
like in
man.
between. They're in between, man.
It's all kind of color bands up here up north, man. So it's like
Michigan got all those color bands. Yeah,
it's weird, man. It's like all types of categories here, so to speak. I feel like it should be the same thing in like New York, where there's a lot of melting pot going on, but
they got a lot of foreigners out there, and that kind of like disrupt things over there. So it's real weird over there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of interracial mingling, black and white folks, and
over there,
with the Middle Eastern population, it's starting to become more of a thing too.
Yeah, I like Middle Eastern. I would go with them.
I would consider caramel light skin in some cases, though.
What is light skin? No, because there's different types of light. You got yellow, you got the red, you got the high yellow, you got the white looking. There's all type of light skin. So when dudes say he like light skin, what type of light skin?
We gotta go back to the tier system.
Paper bag, man. Light skin is very vague nowadays, man. It used to be one tone, but now it's 1,000 different tones.
We gotta have a ranking, man. We gotta get the unions together. Right, I'm a delegate from local, light skin local 313. I'm a delegate.
What?
And we need to get Detroit. We get these unions together around nationwide so we can get it together, get the message out.
Detroit Red, man. I know you remember that Detroit Red. He's not even from. He's from the islands. Malcolm X. He's not even from Michigan, America. But he called himself Detroit Red.
Yeah.
I see some people bringing up Safe Brown, but
Safe Brown.
Your mama Safe Brown.
See, that's the thing. That's where the confusion comes. Like,
confused. That's RTGP, baby. Michigan, baby, in the house. You already know.
Well, looks Brandy is asking what's everyone's age.
Old as hell.
Yeah,
I'm 237. I'm old enough. I bet Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm always dinosaurs.
Look, I was alive when disco was popular.
I'm 26.
That's about how far back. What? Man, get you. You hear him? He 26. Somebody he old.
Bragging.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still a little young. Just a little bit. I feel like I'm getting old. I'm about to be getting old soon.
Okay, I'm 22. I'm sorry.
I got pants older than you.
Confused? Why you lying? I'm confused. You like 21, 20. You were 19 a year ago.
No, that's not a joke. That's not a joke about them pants.
Yeah, I'm confused. Got older by 7 years since I last talked to him.
Where Alicia Keys from? Where is she from?
I thought she's from New York.
Yeah, New York, I believe.
Oh, okay, she's in New York. Okay, she's fine. He's real fine. She's with what's that dude?
Swiss
She's
Beats.
with a light skinned dude. Swiss Beats. He's like Ethiopian or something, or half Ethiopian. Yeah, I think they're in like he's like two women. One his first baby mom was dark skin, and I think they're like co-parenting or something. Like I don't know. I was watching a video about it like a year ago.
You know, I never even heard about that. I always heard Alicia Keys was like going both ways or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's still with his dark skinned woman and her. So I think we're both.
Like they in like a open relationship or something.
That polygamy
Man,
sort of relationship.
y'all better be
Hey,
careful with that polygamy stuff. Once them cycles link up, you're gonna be like, why
oh
did I
yep,
do this?
yep.
Why
You ain't lying
did I
about
do
that.
this?
You gotta be super selective. One of those chicks is a psycho. Oh, you gonna f up your life real quick.
Oh my god.
That don't work. Those type of
I had a chick
relationships.
f up my life about a year ago. That's why I had to take a break.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's just a whole new set of
Jack's
problems.
asking for trouble.
Yeah, put me in a dark state of mind. Like,
I'm sure there's successful ones out there, but I've seen a whole lot of people give it a shot.
I'm
And
trying
somebody
to do it.
always catch feelings, and
But
something
I'm very
goes
selective.
wrong. Now, I guess there's people out there that they got it figured out.
You gotta
Usually
find the
somebody
right
got some
one.
money. Usually somebody got some bread, and they're like, okay, we're gonna work this out. I'm gonna take care of y'all. And then it's
Nope.
easy that way, right? It's easy
Yeah,
that way.
unless you do it R. Kelly style, you
Oh,
get a bunch of charges.
that's called a kidnapping.
That's a
called
cult, man.
a crime. I'm talking people, consenting adults. I've just seen it go awry too many times.
Yeah, yes. These women get dark real quick. I done seen it.
Okay, we
Look,
got one
man,
spot open.
you don't
Anybody
want to
wanna
be
join?
you don't want to be out in front of your apartment fighting over your girl. One of y'all's junk swinging around. You fighting over who was supposed to do what that night. You don't ever want to find
Hey,
yourself in that position in life, dog. You
matter of
don't
fact,
want to do it.
there was something in Michigan like that. There was this darker skinned chick, or maybe brown skin. She was dating a light skinned dude in Michigan, and I think he cheated or something, and she did some insane shit. She burned the house to the ground.
Oh yeah.
Went
Shit
with the
like that
parents
happens.
inside.
Right. Should be happening. No, I'm talking about you fist fighting because you in a polygamy. It's two dudes and a girl,
Oh, nah,
and they
that's
out
beta
front.
male positions.
They out there fighting it out, and you just like, what the hell going on? 2 a.m. Oh, these motherfuckers out here fighting.
Yeah,
You
I
knew
can't. I
that was
can't
gonna
be no.
happen.
See, like you the bitch in a relationship, in my opinion. If you the second dude or whatever.
I don't kink shame, man. People gonna do what they gonna do, man.
Oh, we can't do that nowadays. So yeah, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody weird to somebody else, man. You know
I'm
what
not
I'm
gay. I like guys. What does that mean?
saying? What? Well,
Is it a comment?
there's gotta be a woman saying it.
How was the woman? Oh, faceless black woman. Okay.
Well, if somebody need a spot, I can drop out.
I'll try to see if I can get somebody else to join.
I can drop out as well. I can step down and go to the chat as well.
It can go. Yeah, it can go up to 10 people in the thing. But
I always thought it was 6.
If you pay for it, you can have 10. I can have 10 in
Depends how
mine.
much it cost.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. Okay.
No,
I'm probably gonna drop out in like 10 minutes too. So yeah.
Hey, Smile.
Oh shoot! Can you guys hear me? I'm all sitting here singing.
I heard you was a white woman.
Excuse me? Wow, what a way to start on the conversation.
I'm muting.
Wow.
I heard you was a white woman.
Well, you heard a lot of bull crap, but that doesn't mean it's true either. We also heard we got a president that was fairly elected, but is that true? No. So you got to believe none of what you hear and only half of what you believe, boo-boo. But anyways, how's everybody doing?
Well, I could finally I've been fighting with
Not
this
bad.
laptop all night, but I think I
Oh,
finally won this battle.
I know, I heard about that. Were you actually hacked or are you good? I mean, I'm assuming you're good since you're here, right?
why people hacking
What
each
happened?
other, man?
My laptop has been having a lot of issues lately.
Hey, change your passwords, man, every month or something.
Yep.
I'll change my passwords because I forget them, so I just change them every time I forget them.
I change mine if it's necessary.
Oh, but I'm confused. My sisters have Louisiana Creole. I'm part Redbone and Guyanese. So
And wait a minute, who was the one that said that they heard that I was white? Who is this?
I see in the comment section it was some chick named something with an
No,
F
who
in
are
it.
you? No, who are you?
Who are me? I'm RTGP.
Okay, what does that stand for?
Real talk, gray pill.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I know who he's talking about. Fran, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's it. I think she's the
Well,
darkest skinned woman.
so anybody, and I know, my sis, light-skinned artist out there, and a lot of people can know
You don't
that they
sound
always
white.
want to
I'll say
move.
that.
They always, well, that's a really weird statement. I don't even know what sounding black, mixed, white
You
even
don't sound
means.
black
Exactly.
either. You
I
don't
think
sound black
those.
either, but you sound
Well,
like
what is sounding black? Those are all
Oh,
stupid. Like that is the
you
stupidest
don't
shit in the world. What is
you don't
sounding
Sounding
black?
sound
What
black.
is
biracial
sounding
around black
white?
people.
What is sounding
Exactly.
biracial? That is
You
fucking stupid. I'm not saying
you
it to
sound like a
you.
southerner. You
I
sound like
sound
a
like a
Louisiana
southerner. Okay, well
Louisiana
that's
southerner.
probably okay. Okay, well that's probably why.
So
Hence why we're here, because this is a mixed platform. That's because I'm mixed of black, Cherokee, and white. My grandmother was Haitian Creole. My grandfather was Louisiana Creole. My
yeah,
mom's
I
dad
remember
is
it at the year
Cherokee,
ago.
and my mom's mom is white. So yeah, I got a lot of shit in me. So
Yeah, I remember you saying that like on Light Skin Motivation page. I'll say you just sound like some sort of like I imagine that's what a Creole would sound like in Louisiana. I don't know. I don't go out there.
well,
I don't know nobody from out there.
both my dad's parents were from Louisiana, and they kind of helped raise me. So that might be why. But
Everybody has an
anyway,
accent.
yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. That's weird.
I got an accent. People on the panel have an accent. Like the guy that's talking, he sounds like he's from Michigan. Honestly, like that's what he sounds like my uncle. But
Oh, well, I mean, regardless of accent, I don't think any of that is going to help with, exoticals going their own way, or, golden communities divesting and building their own. Look, you need to get down. Sorry, my puppy is acting
what is
crazy.
Redbone? Redbone is like the real ethnic Redbone, not what the shit rappers say. You feel me? Like the one that would like, black, white, native, and they're from South Carolina. But
hey, Exoticals asked a question. She asked, "Do you think light-skinned men are open to
the
dating
shit rappers say, they say that's not even like accurate. What the fuck they talking about? But whatever.
who are not African American? For example, mixed Latinas, Ethiopian girls, or Blasians."
Bro, if you see my father, then you see what a real Redbone look like. He don't look like a light skinned black. This motherfucker look like a backwoods fucking old school group from the mountains. You feel me? Like straight up. You know what I mean?
Well, the colorism crybabies are always moving the goalpost, and we know this from the days of light skin motivation in Anon. People like Paris Milan and I Am Big Toe and all of these other crazy colorism cultists want to say that, brown skinned women are biracial now. Supposedly, dark skinned women are the new brown skinned women. So, they're always trying to move the goalpost in their favor, but yet they still want to somehow claim that they're mixed at the same time. So, yeah. So by default, all us light-skinned women just magically become white. I just think it's really funny. But
See,
anyways,
when rappers talk about Redbones, they're talking about the ones who mix with blacks, and they just still use the term Redbone. The original Redbone is look like something like Columbia or something. You know what I mean?
well, I don't care what rappers talk about. They're not doing anything
No,
for the black community or
I'm
us in the
talking
first
about
place. So,
the people in the comment section because they want to kind of like make fun of the term Redbone because the term is so vague now because the way it's been misused. But real Redbone, they don't even use that term anymore. You know what I mean? That term is dead. But
oh, okay.
yeah, it's a dead term. It doesn't. Nobody even uses that anymore. But
So what does anybody have any ideas as far as building our own communities? What do you think we should have as far as resources? How do we get these resources? Does anybody have any thoughts on that?
YouTube,
Well,
make money off YouTube.
if I had to take a shot at it, I think first of all you gotta start with representation and connection first of all. Then the rest of that stuff comes naturally. First, I think people need to start seeing it on like TV shows and movies, and not the little, the little struggle love per se. No, just healthy relationships. Maybe we'll feel good stories, and then people start to feel like, yeah, I can have that too. And then once you get that started, then the rest of the stuff follows.
Right. But do you think we even have proper representation? I mean, they've all but wiped us out of media, film, movies. So we really don't have any representation. So my thing is, the representation card has got to be put down. We know who we are. We know that representation is merely people's perception of us. That's not going to get us money. That's not going to get us medical care. I feel what you're saying. And yes, we do need to be seen and heard, but we need to work amongst each other first to allocate these resources. And I just don't see how representation does that. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think we need to establish who is who first also, because a lot of people, right now, a lot of people might, feel they're part of it, and then we might make, a cutoff, and some people might not be in. And I think we need to do that early rather than later.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem, though, and that's what I was trying to say earlier. This whole problem of who is who, that's a problem that you get stuck in. That is what keeps the colorism cult stuck. That is why they don't go anywhere. That is why they have no money, no resources. They literally are nothing but an online cult. If you focus too hard on identity politics, which has been shown time and time out to fail every time, you're never going to get anywhere. If you are for the cause, we know who we are. Again, we know who we are. There's no reason to establish anything. That's why I said the only important thing, if we want to truly divest, is allocating resources.
When you say we, who is we?
Well, what do you mean, who is we?
Obviously, that's the problem. I do get that right now, but be able to define it.
But you kind of answered your own question. But you just answered your own question.
No, I didn't.
You're here, right? So
yeah,
obviously,
I'm me. I know who I am, and I know that when I'm saying we in the sense of us here, but when we extend beyond that, what is that group like?
Okay, do you ever listen to I've seen you on Exotical's Unite channel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So every time she gives a disclaimer, and that is light-skinned Black people or Black people that are light-skinned and identify as Black, obviously biracials, regardless of skin tone, mixed people, regardless of what mix they are.
I think her category is too broad.
All of that. It's all of it. And trying to nitpick and divide of, darker biracials need to go here and light-skinned biracials need to go. That's splitting hairs and ultimately stopping us from the bigger goal. That's what I'm saying.
Stopping who from the bigger goal, though? If you don't know who you are, if you don't know who we are exactly, then that's why it's important to kind of figure that out.
I think that's a personal problem you have, because again, we all know who we are. I speak to people daily, and we know exactly who we are. I think that's
okay. Then
a
tell
problem
me.
Maybe you have. I don't need. I need to tell you who you are. I don't know you, dude.
Well,
I don't know you.
Obviously, I can't not be me. I'm mixed. I'm 50-50. I'm mixed. I'm half Black, half white.
Okay, so then you're biracial. So you're biracial. You're part of us. You're part of us. What's the problem?
Be proud.
I'm not trying to get with dark-skinned mixed women who are like almost look just like Black, but with like some Asian. I don't really.
What?
That's
okay, but I just gave you literally the answer. I just literally gave you. Oh my God. Okay.
What's your preference, man?
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, these people from all over the place, so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But yeah.
Okay, personally, ideally, I wanted to make a group with golden people who are from somewhere in the spectrum of 75% black to 25%. Where if they're too black, obviously they're going to just identify as black, and if they're too
Okay,
white,
but do you believe?
black.
Do you believe your own personal wants and wishes? Do you think that that's right to exclude people based on your own personal ideas? That sounds kind of like totalitarianism. Okay, because there's mixed race people who don't have any black in them who fall in the category of golden. And
right, so I'm not trying to get with, let's say, Eurasians, for example. I'm not trying to get with Eurasians. Eurasians are like a different race. They're white and they're Asian. I got nothing in common with a Eurasian.
Okay, well maybe you don't, but the fact that if they're race, but if they're
no matter what you homogenize, it's always going to be a spectrum.
It doesn't matter. Well, that's your racist issue. Then obviously you have
racist issue. I want to have an in-group genetic preference bias.
Because I know of people who are, like, for instance, Mexican and Polynesian. I have a friend that's Mexican and Polynesian. She's golden. She is literally golden. So see, this okay, hold on. This is the problem. People get too caught up in this argument of biracial versus skin tone. And this is the problem I have. And that's why I love Exotical's Unite channel. This is not about
she has some genome. Of the most crummiest, ratchet, dark skin.
Hold on. I'm not done yet. No. There is no difference. Listen, genome, phenotype versus genotype. Having that argument is not getting us anywhere. If you are biracial, I just said, regardless of any color, if your genome is biracial, regardless of what color you are, if you are golden skin toned, regardless if you're Polynesian and Mexican or black and Polynesian or whatever, then that is who the we that I'm speaking of is.
Like in South Africa. Have you seen what they look like in South Africa?
Okay, and again, and I said, did I not say, wow?
Okay.
We have so many. They have self-hating troll. Well, we don't let the self-hating troll.
I'm saying that if you look at a picture of them, they have so much in them, you can't tell what they are, and they don't look good.
So you hate other light-skinned people? Is that what you're saying?
Whether like Indian, black, and Cohesion and Bantu or some shit
in South America, they're everything. They're everything that's not pure. They're everything that's not pure.
They're pretty homogenous group though.
Okay, you're straight up talking like a white supremacist right now. You're talking about some pure. All of us are not pure.
I think that's a reach.
Not even black people, not even dark-skinned black people say that they're pure. How is it a reach when you just said they're not pure? Yeah, that's literally racist rhetoric.
Meaning what defines them is that they're not necessarily white or black or Asian. No, you're trying too hard. Stop reaching. Stop reaching.
Stop reaching. So how am I reaching? You're not pure.
Because it didn't sound like white supremacist.
You just said you're biracial.
Right, I said I'm biracial. Right.
So you're not pure. So you literally just shit on yourself. How do you make that make sense? Make that make sense.
You're not making sense.
You hate Asians. You hate Asians. You hate South Africans.
I don't hate South Africans. I don't hate Asians.
Pure.
I don't hate myself.
Wow. Okay. See, these are the type of trolls that do nothing but get us stuck.
But I'm not trolling.
You are
I'm
trolling.
A specific combination, and I like that combination.
Asians. You said you hate South Africans.
I didn't say I hate Asians.
How is
I didn't
that
say
not
I hate
trolling?
South Africans.
How is that not trolling?
Did I say I hate them?
Okay, so do you think Nelson Mandela is ugly? You said that they're ugly. Do you think Nelson Mandela is ugly? Because he was multiracial.
Okay.
He was almost considered a colored person, and I say almost because he fought so hard for the apartheid and against apartheid that he was considered black. Do you think he's ugly? Yes or no?
Well, I mean, he would be included, but if you look at the South Africans, it looks like a mess. It looks like a mess. It doesn't look.
I just backed him into a corner. He can't get out.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You're
because you
overconfident.
literally said you hate people that are
I never said I hate anybody, so you can't.
Yourself.
Okay, look, stop.
Does anybody else think that that's suspect? Hey, hold on. Does anybody have a problem
with that? Did anybody hear me say the word hate?
People was pure. No. You said.
Did I say the word hate?
You didn't. You just said they're not pure. In other words, you were negatively connotating, and you said you had a problem.
So I'm obviously not saying that's the problem.
Exactly. That's what makes it stupid. Exactly.
No, that means that's not the problem. It's not the fact that they're not pure. No,
You
you're
just
not.
said they're
No,
not
you're
pure
not.
in a negative connotation. Yes,
No,
I am.
I didn't
You
say
just
it in a
said they were
negative
not
connotation.
pure.
I never.
So if you say they're not pure in a negative connotation, you're saying you're
I
not
meant that
pure.
that definition
Make
is
your
too
mind
broad.
up.
I said
Okay,
that
what
the
struggle are
definition
you
of not
having?
pure is too broad.
Okay, you hate Asians. You
It's
just
bigger than the question.
said
I never
they're
said I
not
hate
pure
Asians.
in a negative
Look,
connotation.
how
So
many
you
things
hate
have you
yourself.
said that are?
Why
But
are
I
you
don't.
trying to? Why
It
are
doesn't
you?
follow that
Why
I
are
hate
you even
myself.
here? No, but you obviously do hate yourself if you're saying you have a
How?
problem with people that are not pure. You
I didn't
said
say that I
they're
had a
not
problem with them.
pure
I didn't
in a
say I had a
negative,
problem. I
nasty
said the only
connotation.
Browning Beige, you need to
I
come
said the
back up
only
here,
thing
man.
that defines them
You're
is
saying
not being pure.
you're trying to make divisions between
No,
phenotype and genotype when I
No,
said that
no,
literally
no,
both
no.
genotype
I'm trying
regardless
to
of
make a
color
standard
and
that we can
phenotype
recognize people
regardless
by.
of race. You're
Both
not
of
setting
these,
So
any
we know
both of
standard.
who's in
these
and
You're
who's not
not
motherfuckers
in.
are
setting
super
any
trolls.
standard. You're on some narcissistic, self-righteous
Oh
bullshit.
my God,
And all you're
not
trying to do
When a
is
troll
spread
meets
narcissistic.
some,
another
you're
troll,
just trying to spread some negativity. Yeah, you are another troll.
both
Hybrid
of you are
vigor, you
trolls.
are another troll.
Oh.
Okay,
I
well,
literally
tell me what
specified
you're
that no,
using the word
regardless
troll
of
to
genome.
mean.
Do you know what genome
Tell me
means?
what
Do
you're
you know
using
what
the word.
genome means? Do
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what
university
genome means?
educated.
And I literally just said
I
that
have by
regardless of
biochemistry.
genome, if you can be the genome of black and you can be light skinned, that's okay. I literally said phenotype. You can be the phenotype and be biracial and be light or darker than light, and that's
Okay, so
okay. It's all
You
basically
gotta,
there
inclusive.
is no
I'd
What
like
is
to
standard.
it? What
comment
is
on the
so
comment
hard to
section.
So
understand?
basically, there's no
You
standard.
see, you see people. What I mean by these types get us stuck in
I'm
these
not
What
a
do you
big
mean
go
fan
these
of
nowhere
Asians
types?
either, man.
conversations. I'm
I
trying to
feel like
build. I'm
I
trying
feel
to
like
be
they're
on what
racist.
Caesar is on and build. And this
Okay,
fucker is still trying to sit up here, excuse my language, people,
no, I'm
and
trying to
try to
set
You
divide
boundaries.
good?
based on no, you're not setting boundaries. You're trying to set your own racist ideologies. You're being a tyrant, is what you are. You're trying to be.
No, I don't necessarily. No,
You're
I
not
don't mind
succeeding.
if I have to get people who are more like me and they want to do that. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind being a subpart of another group. Like we can still be our own group and be, a subgroup of this group. It's not like mutually
Okay, but
exclusive.
I just said that even if somebody was part Filipino and Mexican, if they're golden, they're included. I just said based on genotype, if
Yeah,
they're
you say a
black
lot
and
of
light
things.
skinned,
It's just not
they're
that
Yeah,
smart.
and they're
included.
exotic too.
I don't care if you don't like that.
No, I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it's not that
You're
smart.
one. Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't matter how you worded it. I don't care how you semantically phrased it. What your
Being
own
able to talk
agenda is
is
your own
important.
agenda. Why don't
Being
you
able
then
to
how,
articulate is important.
okay,
It
well let
tells
me
something about your
you're not
intelligence.
articulating anything. Well, let me ask you this. If what you're saying is so important, how come you already don't have your own group? Why don't you already have your own division of people that you find acceptable, and why is that not thriving?
I do
Why do you
know
not
who
have
that
your
is
own
because we haven't
resources? Why?
hashed out exactly what it's going to be yet.
No,
That's
I said
why I'm in a
no,
Discord with
because
other
you
light
don't
skinned
have it.
people
No, it's because nobody
who
is with
already
your
have a
bullshit.
standard
That's
and a
why
thing that we're
you have
doing.
closed-minded bullshit, and nobody is with it. That's why. Because if it was really
Look,
that successful,
look,
if it was really
all you're
reaching
doing is just
people,
talking a lot,
you
but
would
you're
have a
saying nothing.
mass
All
of
right.
people. You would have a channel. You would have lots of
Yeah,
followers,
if
lots of
I
subs.
was
You have
making
lots
if
of
I started
money.
making a
You
channel,
would
you're
have
right.
lots of resources.
If
You would
that's what I
have
was doing.
communities based
Yeah,
on
if
your
I
agenda
started
set
doing
up,
that, yeah.
and
If
you
I
don't.
started doing it,
You
but I
don't
haven't
have a
started to do
community
that.
based on your agenda. You don't.
I haven't started to do that yet, though. So
Oh,
obviously,
well,
if I
I
haven't
wonder
started,
why. Maybe because people don't want to go with your colorist, racist bullshit ideology.
okay,
May
how's
I
it
interject for one
racist though?
moment? Interject for one moment, please. Brown and Beige. If you use the browser app on your phone through Stream, you can use Streamlabs that way. StreamYards, excuse me. You can come back into your chat that way. Log in that way, and you can bypass the computer for the time being and use your headphones. I'm sorry to interrupt. He was having problems coming back into his own stream. Please proceed.
No,
I
thank
want
you.
the group
No,
to
I
have
actually
cohesion.
appreciate
I want
you
the group to have
interjecting
cohesion.
with sense. I appreciate it. Thank you.
She's just talking a lot. She just
Oh, and
talks a
you're
lot
not?
and goes on and on.
And
So by
you're
the time
not?
you go to respond to her, you can't
Oh, it
remember the
sounds like
20
you're
things she said.
projecting about yourself. No, you're just projecting about yourself. This is hilarious. Okay, bottom line, we've already set the boundaries. And if you don't like
So
it,
there's
then
no
go
boundaries.
build your own agenda.
So
We've
there's
set it
no.
on Caesar's channel. We've set it on Exotical's
Who's
channel.
we?
It doesn't
Who's we?
matter.
Who's we?
Hey, what
You
about
get
Liga
stuck on the
Indigenous?
stupidest
That's what I've been trying to do. Yeah, yeah. I'm confused. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Brown and Beige, you already know Liga Indigenous, right?
He still can't figure out what the we is. Laura, okay.
No. No, I
Oh
know.
my gosh! I
know.
just said who the we was.
I know,
like
but
50
no, you're not. You're
million
saying it's
times.
anybody, any mixed anything, which is just anything.
No, no,
That's not
that's
really
not
a
what I
standard.
said at all. No. See, now you're misphrasing me. Now no, that's not what I said. I said that
You're
if
saying
you're
if you're
light
mixed.
skinned, I said if you're
I've
light
seen some
skinned, if you would
colors
stop.
on YouTube. Yeah, I got some fine women. I've seen some colors on YouTube videos. Yeah.
I said anyone that's light skinned, whether they're mixed or whether they identify as light skinned black.
Okay, so not pure black, not pure white.
Excuse me, don't interrupt me. I'm talking. I'm taking my time back. Okay, and I said that anyone who is mixed, regardless, so that's genotype. I just addressed the phenotype. I'll say it for the 50 millionth time. If you have a light skinned phenotype and you are Filipino and Mexican or whatever mix, you are welcome. Now I'll address genotype again. If you identify as mixed race, regardless of your skin tone, you are welcome. So that is who the we are.
Ma'am.
Now, do you understand who the we is?
Reclaim your time.
All that matters is the most minimal.
Do y'all see how I say this is counterproductive? Like people like him
to get
are
in. So what you're saying is you're
I
light
swear
skinned.
he's an agent.
So anybody who's light skinned is automatically in then. Anybody who's light skinned.
You see how you guys you see how he gets the conversation stuck? You see how these types literally stop us from progressing? He's so stupid he can't figure out who we are, even though I've said it 50 million times because it doesn't fit his agenda. And he still continues.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
I want light skinned people to pay me. That's what I want. I want my pockets lined.
What the hell?
Like, we got community. We got to help each other out.
Exactly.
I got rent to pay.
So, I mean, do we make lemonade stands? Are we having bake-offs? I mean, what are we doing?
Okay, I had to remove.
I want to start a YouTube channel. That's what I want to. I know that, but not about light skinned people though. But
can you guys hear me? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I had to remove them because this conversation is getting a little too hostile for my liking.
Look, I apologize, but I'm sorry, not sorry. Okay, these are the types that are counterproductive. They want to throw and derail the conversation so we get nowhere. That is why I cannot stand types like that. I'm not sorry.
The conversation has got kind of derailed.
I missed like 90% of what y'all said. I'm gonna have to rewatch.
I don't think.
But he kept asking the same question over and over and over, and I kept answering it over and over and over. And this is what I mean by how people like that want to get us stuck.
Said a lot of.
Yeah, they want to get us stuck because they don't want us to go anywhere. But anyway.
But I removed him from the stream because I don't think he really is.
He gets removed from a lot of streams, but
I wanted to give him a chance, but I'm starting to see that he seems like he's doing the exact same thing that he does over on Bluish channel.
You think he's a white man?
Yeah, he did got kicked out the other night.
He got like 30 troll accounts. He on point with his troll game on fleek, man.
No, not one of them types.
His troll game on fleek. I done seen all type of egg wars with different pictures and stuff. I'm a little. This picture's kind of creepy. They got the glowing eyes and stuff.
Yeah, I was hoping I could have gave him a chance, but by the looks of the stream, it looked like it went south too quick. So I had to remove him. I was gonna remove him sooner, but my whole system froze up on me.
Well, there are agents out there. I saw a video and it was speaking on mixed people and how they are genetically less prone to illnesses due to, obviously less inbreeding. And there was a lot of white people and a lot of black people talking about, basically stopping mixed people and people of color, lighter skinned people of color from happening. So, this is real. We are a threat to them. We are a threat to monoracials. It is what it is.
get on the bigger scale of things, yeah, because it's really just competition at the end of the day. You know, when you really break it down, it's just pure competition among all different groups and tribes and all that. So yeah, and that's my concern right there. And not so much a dating preference thing, but yeah, it is like a, you know, what I mean, you box other groups out sort of thing. You know, and because you definitely come to parts of the South, they do box out light skins. You know what I'm saying? And keep it a dark skin, more ethno state sort of thing.
Right.
So that's an issue right there. But yeah.
But anyways, anyone else want to join up?
I'll drop off as more people join up. But y'all should just say it in the comment section if you want to come up.
Yeah,
Because
it'd be better. I'm reading chat and I'm like, what is happening?
I think he kind of derailed the conversation we were having, but we're kind of cooling it down now.
Yeah, Mr.
There should be
Acorn.
more. Somebody said there should be more light skinned couples. Sure. We always gonna
Yeah.
be called siblings, but sure.
Man,
Every
dark
time I
skinned people
dated a
look more like each other.
light skinned or biracial
They
woman,
do.
y'all sisters, brother. Y'all look so cute
Matter of
together.
fact, sometimes you can't tell the man from a woman though.
Yeah.
It's funny, but sometimes you can't tell from a he from a she.
Damn.
Not trying to be funny.
So Exoticals United asks, how can we strategize and get ahead?
All right, get a bunch of guns and go out to a forest.
Man, ain't no. I like running water and furniture, bro.
I'm trying to go off the grid.
I like hard surface streets. I
Okay,
ain't
you're a
trying-
city.
I
You're a
ain't
city
trying to-
type.
Yeah, I ain't trying to run around there hunting boar. The hell?
That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to go hunting. I'm trying to get some deer. I'm tired of beef
Mm-hmm.
and chicken. I want some pigeon, some turkey. Well, no, not turkey, but what's that thing? A peacock. I want to try that.
Quail, I don't know.
If it's running, I'm gonna eat it.
Exactly. A squirrel. They got some chunky squirrels in Michigan. The squirrels down here, they look like crackheads, but yeah.
Oh yeah, we got it's fat squirrels around my house. Probably because they ain't got no predators.
They got pythons down here too. Like
See, that's
Yeah.
gonna stay up here.
that's why I keep a machete in the car.
So what was
I'll show
that
you.
drama we just heard? I gotta be nosy. What was going on? Because I didn't understand half of what the hell was going on.
He said something like don't like Asians, something like that. I was saying like people mix with Asians, stuff like that.
It was
Yeah,
so much
he
stuff
was
being
saying-
said.
Think he
Why
racist?
don't matter?
He was saying a lot of racist stuff that I didn't like. That's why I had to remove him from it.
What you about to do?
Just show what he got in his freezer. Look like.
Okay, he got a whole bunch. He actually got a.
Oh my
my.
gosh.
You really down there fighting snakes?
Yeah, I catch
Yeah,
one
it's
in the
snake
tree. I'm
season.
cutting his head off.
Y'all live in Texas. You got snakes everywhere.
Here's the thing. It's I don't know the whole light skin divesting thing. I don't have kids, so I don't know how much of a part of that I could be. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of genetically taking myself out the game, right?
Yeah, that's a machete. Yeah, they got
So-
a curved top on the end.
But I support,
think-
the light skinned people where I can. You know what I'm saying? We keep the stuff in house. You got a product I like, I certainly buy it from you first. Right?
I think that's where it starts.
Off confused,
Patronizing.
Mr. Chi-Town Goon. You need a Glock in Chicago the way y'all be shooting each other, man.
Yeah, sure hate when 4th of July gets here.
Y'all gonna have.
Hey, I'm
crazy out
confused.
there.
Make sure you keep them springs and the mags good. You don't
Yep.
want them failing on you at the wrong time. Fools them extendos and them weak springs. It cost you
Keep
your
it
life.
clean, man.
Trust me, I'm confused is probably A Rambo with it.
Yeah.
Somebody got his cock.
Yeah. He light skinned and Puerto Rican, so he wild. You know he wild, man.
We got somebody else said she wants to join up. Another lady.
Sure.
You want to step up?
Well, I mean, not my room. I'm sorry.
Well, that's not my channel. I'm sorry.
Right.
My bad. I'm gonna step down.
You're right.
Let me see if I can.
I ain't gonna lie. I do like dealing with other light skinned black people a lot of times because it's like we could just talk a lot of times. Maybe we might have our political
It don't get awkward, right?
differences,
Yeah.
right? But it ain't got to be just on some "I hate you." Now, if you out here trying to out light skin me, I'm gonna hate on you a little bit, mother. Right? Up under my breath, I'm gonna say something. Hey man, what's up? Right? I ain't gonna try and cut his throat or nothing.
Hey, one of my sisters is high yellow, the half Creole one. I be making fun of her too.
See, now you engage in
I'm more red.
See, light skin on light skin crime. What's wrong with you?
I'm like high yellow, all type of bananas.
What types of bananas? You be out here turning green?
Okay, there's the link. I'm trying to get used to doing. I'm not used to doing it on my phone.
It's probably gonna be a lot more stable for you right now, though.
Hey, colored girl. Hey, you live in the United States or you in Africa?
Oh no!
Uh-oh. He's gone again.
What happened to the Creole woman? She left?
Yeah, I think she did, man. I think she got tired of our shit. Like, I'm out.
Yeah. Somebody come up. I see y'all in the chat. Come up.
Yeah, we
I
don't
see.
bite.
Hey, James Jr. I see he
Hey.
joined up.
They can those Michigan folks, man.
I'm nice.
Okay, hey, how you doing, date light skinned girl? I think
It says no,
that's your
that
name.
light skinned girl. Autocorrect. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm the faceless black woman in the chat.
You're a dark skinned woman?
No, I'm not dark skinned. I'm light skinned. My mom is dark skinned.
You should say faceless
Oh,
light
okay.
skinned woman, so we know.
I'm sorry for scaring you.
No, I don't care if you're dark skinned though. I don't discriminate, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm the faceless black woman in the comment section.
Okay.
all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. Finally cleared those early 4th of
What
July
happened?
fireworks we got.
Oh yeah, I don't like fireworks sometimes. They're loud as hell.
I had one the other year so loud it took like 3 of the cars in the neighborhood. Alarms went off every time I launched one. Nobody said nothing to me, but I launched a couple of them.
I'm light skinned as hell. I'm sorry.
You light skinned as hell?
As hell.
There's nothing wrong with that.
My mom told me I should be lucky. I'm light skinned.
Well, let it be
Why?
proud.
Tell them
Huh?
luck ain't got nothing to do with it.
No, my
Right.
mom told me that.
It's her
My mom's
fault.
my mom's a dark skinned woman.
Oh.
Yeah, she told me you should be lucky you're light skinned. That's it. But I don't
You
know what
feel-
she meant by that.
You feel lucky?
What happened?
You feel lucky?
No, I don't have an opinion on it. It's just my skin tone.
Okay. It must be
No,
nice.
my mom-
It must be nice. That's why she said that.
Huh?
You sound young.
I'm 25.
Yeah, okay. You're younger than me, but Detroit boys are just like Chicago. Detroit boys.
How old are you?
Detroit is a little bit different. They don't gangbang as heavy. They just really just be on. So you look at me funny shit.
It's about hustling up here, man. That's all.
Yeah, hustling.
Sorry, the reason why my voice sounds like this is because I can't breathe in my right lung.
Oh shit. You okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
like, yeah, look, see, I can't
Oh
scream.
hell no. You should go to the doctor.
I don't think the doctor would believe me.
We don't want you to die. We gotta look out for you.
Yeah, that's sweet of you. All right, I'm 25. I'm about to be 26 years old this year.
oh, nice.
My birthday was like 4 months ago.
I lied about my age saying I'm 18.
You sound 18, honestly.
That's a compliment. I wish I was 18. How old are you guys?
22.
All kinds of old.
26.
I'm guessing
Birth
50.
age.
I'm guessing 50.
Yeah, we call it that. Sure.
I'll just put it like this: I'm old enough to be a mom.
Right.
What jobs do you guys do?
You
I work
trying
in
to
that.
see?
I work in the Everglades. I hunt pythons.
White people stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, this backwoods stuff. This is what my ancestors used to do in Appalachia.
I'm not doing anything on my life because it's just not working out for me.
You not working?
I can't work. Nobody will hire me.
Why?
I don't know. I
'Cause
applied
you-
for so many jobs, but nobody will hire me, so I just gave up.
Because you're light skinned.
No, that's not
Where you live at?
why.
You don't have to say the
Oh,
city. You can just say the region if you want or the state.
What kind of light skin
Suburban?
can't get no job? What you
Tell what
talking
you
about?
Yeah, you gotta use that.
Where you
In my
live at? You
area,
might need to move.
everybody's hiring in
Yeah,
my
what's
area.
going on here? They always like having us around. Well, huh, you sound sus.
You live on the East Coast.
Anonymous. I used to live in the ghetto, but I live in a white neighborhood now.
Okay, that's close enough.
Every job I apply for, I get it. They love having me around.
Do some DoorDash. You got a car? Do Uber or something, right?
No, I don't want to do DoorDash. No, thank you.
You can sell crack.
What happened?
You can start trap out the bando.
Oh no.
I'm autistic, so I think that makes it worse.
Oh,
Okay.
all
Yeah,
right.
it's all right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being autistic.
Nah,
All right, what else? Oh man, what was I supposed to say?
it's not like you're retarded. No offense. Retarded
Oh
people.
my
I
god.
mean, I am mentally challenged though.
Please,
I'm not offended.
let's be careful, please. Can we?
All right. Anyone know Chrissy?
Yeah,
I've
unfortunately.
seen her channel.
You know Paris Milan. I thought Paris Milan was light skinned, but I heard she bleached her skin and that's sad.
Yeah, she was way darker than what she is
Darker
now.
weave.
Oh really? I figured she was dark skinned. How dark was she? Like Lupita skin tone?
Well, not to that point, but she was there.
Oh man, that's sad.
So, what about her?
This is a light skin topic. We're trying to talk about something.
Yeah, Chris. I don't really like bringing Chrissy up because her name is kind of frowned upon over here.
Oh,
Oh.
But
Anybody
anyway,
know?
she's kind of toned. She don't really. She does. She's kind of toned it down a little bit, but I think I really don't support her content per se.
Them women some witches, man.
Yeah, they are very evil, and it's
I was
kind of ironic that they push for the unions that pretty much create the women that they don't like. I never
They
understood
doing that.
that.
I heard they abused the
Because they
child.
competing with the black men. That's why, and it's real vicious rivalry going on between them. That's why I had to step aside. I'm like, I seen it coming up. Honestly, I definitely seen it. You know what I mean. I always mind my business for the most part. I ain't trying to get involved in all that. But yeah,
I don't want colors and cranberries attacking me and ruin my mojo.
nah, you good.
Okay. Oh man, I was about to talk about something. I forgot. Oh shit. Okay, what was I supposed to say? I
Take your
forgot.
time. Take your time. It'll come back to you.
All right. Okay, dark skinned women think that light skinned women like Beyonce are only successful because they're light skinned. But
Lies. She's successful because of her talent level. It has nothing to do with her skin complexion. Because by that same logic, a lot of people could say that maybe somebody like LeBron only got to where he was because
Man,
he was black.
they've been talking
That's
about Beyonce for so long.
yeah, they said dark skinned women say that Beyonce used to be dark skinned when she was younger.
She used to be dark skinned.
in what universe?
Dark skinned women are also cute. Yeah, they said that Beyonce used to be super dark skinned when she was younger. I'm like, what? Where? They also accuse light skinned women of bleaching their skin when dark skinned women do that. But all right.
They
Hey,
don't realize that sometimes some people's skin react differently to sunlight, or sometimes we're in places up north where the sun isn't out and we're basically get pale as a ghost.
right.
Like Alaska.
Hey, I want to address I'm confused in chat with the light skin local 312. Hey man, we gotta come up with the light skin secret handshake, right? So
What
we
is it?
know. With light skin
It's a-
locals, we forming them around the country. I'm 313, I'm confused as 312, right?
Oh, that's
So
the
we have
Chicago
nicknames?
312. I didn't even know that.
Right. Y'all form
Hey,
y'all light skin unions and
hey, throw
pick
them
your
L's up
delegates.
with your hand. The L's, man. Light skin.
Well, we
No, it's
have
gotta
Light
be
skin, light skin
way
niggas.
smoother, man. We can't be letting
Yeah, that's
everybody in on it.
yeah, that's a little too obvious, ain't it?
Yeah,
And
man.
then people be like, "Oh, you a loser.
Yeah, man. It's gotta be a little,
You're a light
we
skinned
got
loser."
you know, it could be something
I'm not
reference to how easy it is to comb my hair or something, you know.
I'm not gonna show my face because I get in front of a lot.
Let me quit. Hey, they ain't all go ahead. What you saying, young lady? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. It's me interrupting you. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna show
Hey,
my face because I get bullied a lot for the way I look.
don't worry
Oh
about
no,
it.
you
Don't worry
don't have
about
to.
it. You don't
You
have
ain't
to.
gonna get no hate here.
I ain't showing my face either. You know
No,
what I
but
mean?
keep
Y'all
your
might.
privacy. Nobody's asking you not to. You do what
Yeah,
you need to do.
don't show your face.
I don't want to
No.
scare
You don't
y'all.
have to cam
I'll,
up.
I already know what you look like.
I'll give y'all nightmares.
No, I'm ugly as fuck. I get called so much.
Oh,
Well, I'm
Me.
sorry you
Oh,
gotta deal with that.
Wait, hold on. What was that? Oh, damn! I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to say. All right. Not all light skinned people are mixed, but people keep thinking that.
I go through that
right.
too.
Like they keep saying, "Oh, light skinned people are not black." All right then. All right, I'm not black then. No, wait, light skinned people are black. All right then. Well, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, it is
I guess
kind of
you call my.
convenient
Yeah,
how
it
they
is.
do us though.
They don't
don't
accept
let them
everyone
work you
consider
up.
us
You know what I
black.
mean?
Right. When they need us or something, oh yeah, light skinned people are black. Oh, I kind of knew that. So
We're
they get
not
mad
black.
with us. No, you ain't black enough to talk about this. Say what?
Like DJ Envy, for instance. I'm about to
So
make a video about
you
him
go
soon.
tell my old ass, you child, you go tell me I ain't black enough to talk about something. Say word? That's how it is? No, I don't think so. I've been black a long goddamn time, baby.
Are you
Right?
mixed
Hey,
with anything?
I'm
at James.
I'm a result of mixed people trying to keep it light on one side of the family and just rape slaves on the other side.
Damn.
Are you guys mixed with anything?
Yeah.
I'm just black.
Well, you probably more than that. A lot of y'all probably more than that, but most of y'all don't take DNA tests. So
I mean, I want to go on Ancestry.com and take a DNA test.
I ain't taking no DNA test. I ain't about to help the man find one of us.
Oh yeah,
hey,
that's right. The FBI will
that's what
find
I'm.
you if you have to.
Hey, I already know Michigan. Y'all don't fuck with DNA tests. I already know.
Right.
Right.
Practically everybody
Oh
in
Hey man,
Michigan
we
is light
suspicious of
skinned.
everything, bro.
Yeah, I ain't
yeah,
took one. One of my siblings took one. I turned black. I don't take that shit. But
You on a
I want to.
database. I'm already
yeah,
on a database because of my job, but damn. I
I
don't need to
think I
get the
might be
DNA
Native
too.
American. I'm sorry.
hey, hey,
Huh?
you
What?
might be a
I
lot.
think
A
I
lot
might.
of
Sorry.
yeah, you probably are. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
A
don't
lot
take
of
a
it.
test.
Confused.
I think I might have Native American in me. I think so. Really, you on light? Or full blood light skinned black people. Yet those light skinned persons will deny it. Uh, what the hell are you talking about? Discreet geeks. Even nothing but showing people in the chat.
I'm learning so many new terms. Light supremacists.
Okay. Somebody is in a discernible, I believe it's
Discreet geeks, but nothing but showing people in the chat for like forever.
Okay, I'm going to let this person join.
Yo,
How you doing?
yo, can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you. Who is this?
At first,
Yeah,
it
no,
kinda
like
echoey.
I'm from the UK, biracial guy. I've
Yeah,
been
that
sort of
GT
like.
biscuits there.
Oh, UK, cool.
Yeah, but I've been sort of listening to this circle for quite a while now, and a lot of the point. Wait, let me put my headphones in 1 second.
We are getting an echo from somebody.
Yeah,
I had to mute somebody up. See what's going on.
maybe there's someone listening to our chat.
Yo, yeah, I don't know where the echo's coming from. It might be me.
Testing.
Hello? Oh, yeah, there's probably someone listening to us hacking.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is weird.
Okay, you can continue. I think it's gotten a little better.
Yeah. Anyway,
your
yeah. So
accent.
yeah, I've been listening to this circle for quite a while, and a lot of the points that you guys make is sort of stuff I've been thinking about for ages. I didn't sort of realize that there were many other people out there that sort of thought about this type of stuff. But yeah, I'm all for like light skin or mixed people starting a community or whatever. But I'm a bit skeptical because one thing I've noticed is that when you have like throughout the course of history, whenever you've had ethnic minorities that live in countries that are not sort of predominantly run by them, but where they also don't have their like homeland to go to, I've noticed that they seem to be oppressed. Like if you look at the history of the Jews, you look at coloreds in South Africa,
Right.
African Americans, that it just seems to be a reoccurring pattern, and I'm all for it, but I just don't know if it would really turn out well. But I don't know, man.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
I
just gonna go out
think
on a limb. I'm sorry, I mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
I like your accent, your British accent.
Thanks.
If we really want to implement anything, we need to think in terms of beyond our lifetimes. And it's a lot of times people want to see the results within their lifetimes. If you really want to build this community in the manner you want, it's not going to happen. It's going to happen 100 years from now, because that's how long it's going to take to build us a place where, what the young man just said there, where you're insulated from any type of oppression. We need to invest in means of production. We need to control something. Right. You need a 100-year plan, or it's not even worth talking about.
I want to be a businesswoman, and I want to think about building like a town or a city or a country for us, but I'm afraid we might get attacked for it, and I don't want that.
Well, they can't attack you for something that if you want to do it for people in your image, there's not really too much they can say.
Oh.
Well, you can follow the example of people who separated themselves before us. Like, for instance, the Irish. What did they do? They became an intrinsic part of our society by becoming police or firemen or other municipal or government services in general, right? They set themselves apart, and they made themselves a credit to their race, sort of thing. With us, we have to control something so intrinsic to society that people have to deal with us and they have to treat us in a certain manner. I don't know what this thing would be necessarily, or what type of service or whatever, but we have to control something ourselves that everybody else wants or needs. Without that, we can be cast aside, because there's no benefit either the government or corporations in trying to appeal to us specifically. Right, we're just a part of the rest of the Black population as far as they're concerned. Right, so if you really want to do something like this, you have to build something or control something people want. That's the only way to keep the oppression necessarily from happening to you in a direct manner, or a quick or strong manner, I suppose. I'm going to mute.
Pickleball. Just kidding.
And if I had to, I'd like to add to that too. And it's like you said, Ultimate Villain. At the end of the day, even if you look at the Black community per se, the reason why they're oppressed and why we're oppressed basically is because we have no power. And at the end of the day, money, power, and resources talk. If you have something that somebody likes, then if you own it, they have to come to you per se. It's not like, oh, well, I own it too, so I don't need them. No, if you have a monopoly on it, you basically have control. It's like a game of chess, basically.
Well, you need economic and political power. As I said, it has to be a 100-year plan, so to speak, as an arbitrary number. You have to train people. You need people in STEM, right? In all manners of it, whether it be the medical profession or science in general. You need people who are lawyers. You need people who are economists. You need people who are going to be the politicians who work for us or have our best interests at heart instead of everybody else's. Like I said, just wanting to build a town.
And how do you think that could happen, though? Because
that's what I'm saying. It would have to be a concerted effort over decades, and no one's willing to commit to anything like that because they can't. They want to see results in their lifetime. You young people now could, if you could get past that. I don't want to call it selfishness because that's really the wrong term to use.
Yeah,
it's just that it has to be selflessness. Yeah, and if you can't get past that, it's never going to happen in the manner that people want to.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Yeah.
I'm confused, brought up. So he said that we should compete against Arabs and Pakistanis and open up gas stations. They profit $25,000 a week.
Yeah, but where do they get their supply from? Who are they buying it from, and at what cost? Right? Like the what was the one gas stations that were getting all their stuff from Venezuela? It was Citgo. Right, the Citgo stations were making a killing because they weren't paying the same price as everybody else getting it from. Wow, didn't I just say the country? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm high as shit right now, so please excuse me. But there was a South American nation that they were getting all the oil and gas from. It was super cheap, and the Citgo gas stations were making a killing at one time. But I guess that Venezuela that dried up over time, right? But yeah, he has a point. You have to control something. Like I said, if we all have a bunch of gas stations, right, and we use those profits to send kids to colleges for actual things, we got enough rappers and ball players. We need people in STEM programs and in all forms of it, because without the education and a diverse one, it's hard to compete as a group. You got to have something more than everybody else. We got to outwork everybody if you want that.
Considering now that everything's going automated, you even got to have people that repair robots now.
Right.
That's going to be the next big field soon. With all this mass automation of technology, they're probably going to start getting rid of cashiers. There's going to be somebody that's going to have to fix those robots because robots are inevitably going to break down.
DARPA. We need a bunch of folks working for DARPA. We need a bunch of people working at NASA. We need to work at every aspect, right? Where you don't see us, we need to be there. Like I said, you got to work for something that's beyond your lifetime. And no one's willing to do that. I'm an old man saying this, right? I don't even have children. So you can take what I have to say with a grain of salt, but it ain't going to happen in a 20, 30-year span. It's not.
I think that I don't know exactly, but with this situation, you would probably have to implement some kind of religion of your own or have some kind of culture that's obviously created by you, exclusive for you, but it's sort of, I don't know, like very different from other ones. But then at the same time, obviously you would still have to adapt to the main society. It would be very difficult. Like, honestly, I don't know if I really see it happening like I'd like it to, but it's like it's a circumstance which is just, I don't know, I can't really explain it, but it's a bit crazy.
I'm sorry.
And
It's going to take time. It's like Grand Ultimate Villain said. This stuff like this doesn't happen overnight, and it's happened before. Everybody has started from the bottom up and got to the point where they are now. Why can't we? Like all these Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, Asians, whites, even black people per se, they've all worked to get to the point where they are, and we easily can do that. It's just going to take.
I mean, like, if you look at the Native Americans, I don't know the full history, but it seems as though they've kind of like shut themselves away from like the rest of like America. And I don't know, is that like in order to preserve their own, because they feel if they were to sort of integrate more, they would like be erased? I don't know what that's about, but
yeah, not to Solomon, but I think that was part of the
to keep their culture and everything.
Yeah, because I heard that like they used to have problems where some of their kids used to like run away from reservations, and they became very Americanized, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, so they had their boarding schools. I don't know if you heard about recent stories of some of these boarding schools where they were trying to make them assimilate.
Yeah.
Well, if they were a problem, they would kill them and bury them on the land. And now they've recently found a mass grave of indigenous children up in Canada. It's been a big story. Like the natives were treated terribly. If Black Americans were treated terribly, natives were treated
They
worse.
were a lot worse. Yeah, man. They fucked them up heavy. Cherokee Trail of Tears. Most of the natives over here, they either had to hide or assimilate into the one drop rule bullshit, right?
There's a movement right now within those communities to recapture their roots and go back to their cultures, because that whole blood quantum thing is bullshit.
To genocide them, man.
Right. And there's a lot of them becoming more educated about their culture, and it's a whole lot of college educated indigenous people out there, and they are teaching, just like we have our teachers who are legitimate, who are historians. They have them as well. And that's why you're having so much upheaval right now, because there's people getting more knowledge of self, and they realize they're being lied to. And that's why you're having this cultural divide right now. We're in flux because the internet changed everything. You're able to learn things, like you're able to communicate things the world over, and you're finding out there are a lot of people who feel the same way you do. Right? And you start to have things in common from people on the other side of the planet. Well, these things, I'm rambling a little bit. Well, my point is that people have access to knowledge they haven't had before in the entire history of humanity. We're witnessing something right now that's unprecedented, that will be looked upon different in history. Right. That's why we're like, even us as light-skinned people, we're, experiencing this awakening. Like, there's people that feel like me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's other groups of people going through the same thing. Believe me, there's natives who, not every native nation was conquered right away. There's nations that, only in the last 100 or so years, they still have connection to who they were and their traditions. It wasn't beat or killed out of them. So
mainly the West Coast natives.
Right, because all that bullshit moved from the East Coast to the West. They still have a connection to who they are.
You got Eastern Cherokee Band. They hid themselves though for the longest.
Right. So there's different. It really depends on what indigenous peoples you're talking about, depending on the region of the nation. But I'm not going to claim anything because I have no connection to it. So I can only speak about this so much. But I work with a lot of natives. I have native friends being up here in Michigan, and we talk. So I'm not trying to speak with any authority, but I'm just conveying what I've heard from them over the number of years I've known them.
They got the Ottawa up in Michigan, right? Too, right? They still out there?
Yeah.
You talk about Michigan a lot.
You from Michigan?
I'm from it. I'm from there.
Oh, I used to talk about Michigan all the time.
I'm from Michigan too. Michigan got a lot of native blood
everywhere.
Out there,
we out here.
I think Wisconsin got a lot of natives too. Even if you look at a lot of our cities.
You live in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Oh, just asking. Sorry.
She's trying to steal our identity, y'all.
No, I'm just trying to get to know you.
Yeah,
I'll
they
stop.
found out you had native in, they will kill you back in the day.
Whoa.
I
White
remember I used to
people?
go to Michigan School. Used to have
Yeah,
a whole
white
bunch
people.
of
Yeah,
Native
they were
Americans.
trying to eradicate these people, but that's
Yeah,
not
the
a
whole
story.
scalping thing, that wasn't Native Americans starting it off. That was white folks taking their scalps, selling them for large amounts of money, and buying land and building family legacies off of killing
Fuck.
indigenous people.
So they scalp their
Yeah,
heads
yeah.
off or
Michigan
something?
is a Native American word. It means Great Lake. Yeah.
I have family from
Or
Mexico.
I'm
So
originally born
that's
from
why
Michigan,
natives might
raised in
be,
Texas.
might be a little upset with the white folk. I don't completely blame
Well,
them.
well,
they
white
should be
people.
really
I
upset.
don't.
Because Michigan, I don't know if y'all know this, Michigan is still Native American territory.
Right.
Well, I
Technically
Same with
didn't
speaking,
know that.
Yeah.
same with
yeah,
Texas.
technically speaking, Michigan is still Native American territory. It was
Well,
never
I think
actually like one.
Oklahoma has to give up a bunch of land
Well,
due
yeah,
to a
that's
recent
different.
ruling.
That's the Cherokee Trail, the terrorist thing. They pushed them over there, but like, yeah, Michigan and a few other states were never really supposed to be a part of the United States. It was still Native
It was
territory,
a
but
French
that
colony, and then
I want to bring something up. This is the topic I've been wanting to talk about for months.
okay.
Okay.
All right. The black community fetishizes dark skinned babies, and nothing is done about it, and I find it disturbing.
I missed part of what you said, to be honest. I did.
Yeah, can you repeat that?
Sorry. The black community, they fetishize dark skinned babies.
I mean, I
Um,
think what that is a way to try and combat self-hate that exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole black is beautiful thing. Let's uplift these, because like back in the day, people would look at a dark-skinned baby and just the baby could be cute, and they would say that just because a baby's dark, they're ugly,
That's not
right?
why.
Like that
I'm
happened. That no, I'm telling you, I'm
okay.
older. I'm telling you the stuff I've heard old people say. Like we were talking earlier, me and the other lady here, how that we were treated differently than some of our darker skinned family members or other kids that was around us, and that would cause issues. But it wasn't our fault. It wasn't us saying, well, we're light, we're better than you. No, the adults
No.
around us, treated us in a certain manner of no
yeah, I
fault
had
of
a,
our
On top
own.
of that, I just want to be left alone.
Right.
That's not even true. Dude, I'm light skinned. I get abused 24/7.
Well, then you shouldn't have to. Who's ever doing that to you is not a good person.
It's
Dude,
a
my
jealous
mom's dark
person
and
too.
my mom's dark and she thinks she curses me out,
Yeah,
curses at me
they
shit
got
every day.
issues, man.
Oh, that's not even true, dude. I get abused so much and nobody gives a fuck about me. But all right, never mind.
And
No
I
one
know
cares
how you
about
feel,
me.
young lady. I know how you feel.
Right. I went through. I got bullied until I.
Bullied, abused, everything.
Right.
I was never sexually abused, but I've been bullied a lot. But hey, my problems don't matter to anyone. What was I supposed to say? All right, I don't know what to bring up, but what I'm trying to say is that all right, the black community this is disturbing, but I was seeing here people were called dark skinned babies with inappropriate names, and then nothing is done about it. And I don't like that.
yeah, I
Well,
agree.
there's people that colorists out here, and they're wrong in what they're doing. Like we agree with you. It ain't right. There are people who hold these biases. Sometimes I don't even know if they understand why they hold them. It's just something
It,
ingrained in them, or some event that got looped in their head, and they just carry this fucking hate for people who have done nothing to them. It's irrational.
That
it's a lot of emotional abuse. Because I had my granddad was like, and he grew up in a time where it was really frowned upon, and he was constantly bashed for being dark, and he still carries a lot of those emotional abuse to this very day. A lot of people don't really talk about like the emotional abuse that you can give a child just for saying stuff like that continuously. It can live on their life forever.
that's
And to
100%
this
true.
day,
What do you say?
to this day, it's like even if when you get older, you don't forget, and you can carry it practically your entire life.
That's true. I mean,
And that's why I hate it.
I do too. I experience abuse almost every day, and I don't know why. My mom doesn't scream at me 24/7 even for no reason.
I think a lot of people are just lashing out. They have insecurities on their own, and instead of looking within themselves, they attack somebody else that has something that they wish they had.
Yeah.
I would certainly agree with that.
I think like what one issue with the black community. I'm not saying that other communities don't do this as well, but I've noticed that there seems to be
Are
a
you
lot
sick?
of focus around like superficial things. Like there's so much emphasis on like just within that community. From what I've noticed in America and the UK, like it's all this kind of dysfunction, like people picking partners based on whether she's got a fat ass or she's got like light skin or like just stupid things. And
What are
it's
you
just
saying?
like a lot.
I get what you're saying.
I can't bother to repeat it, but yeah, it's a lot of narcissism going on.
Oh yeah, I've been there with your mom.
Yeah, there's a lot of people they just want the eye candy. Who the person is doesn't matter. What they know, who they are, what they do for a living, none of that matters. I just need the fat butt. That's like we were talking about earlier about the fetishization thing. It's like it goes into preference, and this is how I feel. That you don't have to accept my definition of it, but it's when preference kind of gets unhealthy, or it turns into something different. Then you start fetishizing it. When it's just about the person and not who they are. It's just whatever. She just got fat ass, and that's it. She's just an ass to you. That's it. That starts to be a fetishization at a certain point. You don't give a shit about the person, just an attribute. It's like, all right, that's
And you
your
can
thing.
not get along in no way, shape, or form and have the most titanic relationship ever.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Anyone Haitian?
Huh?
Yeah, somebody's Haitian.
No, I don't think it's no Haitians
No
here.
Haitians here.
I'm just asking. I'm socially awkward. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
We good.
Look, we light skinned. We easy going around here.
We blend
Anybody about to
everything.
attack you?
I mean, they're good and they're about light skins like Nikki Jenkins.
Who?
Nikki Jenkins. He's a serial killer psychopath. He looks like Birdman if he was light skinned.
Well, that is an aberration amongst our community. He needs to be where he is.
Well, one thing I've noticed about blacks is that like they'll be very quick to say to a biracial person, you're not black, which may be true, but then like 5 minutes later they'll call you nigger.
A black person call you the N-word?
Yeah. I thought that was my name for a few years.
Have you ever faced racism before?
Huh? Me? Hell yeah.
I'm sorry for that.
Yes.
Have you lacked brown in community?
Who, me? Oh yeah, always, yeah.
What about you, the light skinned woman?
Oh, I mean, not as much. But at work, because they can't help it because they're old.
Right.
What about you, British guy?
Yeah, every now and then. Not much, but yeah, it's like sometimes.
I don't experience racism
I
that.
experience colors more than racism.
Oh.
I
Have you guys had guns pointed at you? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thankfully, no.
No, I had a
Not
knife
yet,
pointed
at
at me,
least.
not a gun.
I'm sorry for that.
Well,
Nah, I haven't.
a couple times it was my fault because I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. And they wanted me to stop doing it, but I was kind of headstrong and knew they couldn't catch me, so I kind of kept on doing it. But yeah, there's been times. Yeah, I was kind of a wild boy on a motorcycle back in the day.
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
No, don't be sorry. They were probably sorry they couldn't catch my ass, but I'm not.
Yeah, I should have I'm sorry that you experienced. I'm sorry that you guys experienced that.
I'm
It's a part of
confused.
being who we are.
Wait, no, I'm
Said
sorry that
that
you guys experienced racism.
I experienced it one time in my lifetime. I had somebody at my job call me the N word at one point.
Ouch. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard. I was like, "What? Wait, hold on, what? No, he didn't."
Have you had police follow you guys? Have you ever been followed around the store?
Yeah, I have.
I probably have, but I never really noticed.
I'm sorry for that. All right. Oh, damn it. They think that. Oh man. Let me try to make the conversation up. Hype things up. Does anyone get called ugly?
Say who?
Like you guys get called ugly? Since people think light skins don't get called ugly.
Most of these
I'm sure
females.
everybody at one point in
Yeah.
time has been
Most of
called
these
ugly.
females, and they ugly. They uglier than you and me.
Most of them.
What
Look,
would you
look
say?
here. Anybody, look, there's plenty of people that might say that, but there's a whole bunch of people that like you, right? Find the people who like you. Focus on them. Don't focus on the people who don't like you if you don't have
Exactly.
to.
No, I'm just saying like
You'll drive yourself nuts because of being concerned about who don't like you and trying to make them like you. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, it's like looking for validation.
Right.
what is everyone's name? I mean usernames, I can't see it. I'm sorry.
No.
Usernames.
I realize I'm kind of laying back in my chair. I'm not even looking at my screen.
No, what is your YouTube name? I think I've seen all of you guys all everywhere.
Well, I'm sure you guys know my name.
Light brown and beige
Right.
community.
Right.
You
right.
got it.
And the gentleman with the glasses.
Yeah, the grand ultimate villain.
GUV.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
an
call it-
LSP, the golden artist.
I'm the youngest person in the chat, I guess.
No,
25?
I think we have a younger one.
Yeah, that's a good
Well, me,
25
I'm
is young, right?
22. I think
And
the
I'm
youngest.
I'm 25.
I'm 25 too.
Well, y'all making me feel like a child here.
How old are you?
22.
Oh,
I wish I was 22.
I lie about my age sometimes. I'm 18.
Why are you lying about your age?
How about being? I don't want to get older.
It's
I thought you were 18. Like you sound
You're
like
the wrong
you sound
species
younger.
then.
What happened? Wait, what'd you say?
You're part of the wrong species if you don't want to get older.
Nah.
That
I'm 25. I'm about to be 26, but I lied.
which one is it?
No, I want to be 18.
Regarding my mental state, I'm so confused.
Okay, I'm 25 years old. I just lied about my age and I'm 18, even though I'm not 18.
Why are you trying to catfish people?
I don't think that's a
Oh,
good
I get it.
idea. You can go to jail for that.
Right.
I know
Yeah,
one
I
lady
see.
did that too. Lied about her age.
18?
Yeah, she was 23, and she was in high school, and she tried to pass as a high school student, and she went to jail for that.
Lying
Yeah,
about
be
your
careful
age.
too about that too. Lie
Right.
about your age.
No, I'm gonna lie about my age and I'm 18. I don't want to get older.
You gonna get older.
Nope. I'm out.
Look, oil of Olay only gonna stretch so far.
Yeah, we got two 20-year-olds here, so I guess we
How
get
old are you
it's a
guys?
tyrant.
How old are you guys?
You not gonna take my damn identity.
I'm guessing in your 50s.
Yeah.
You have grandchildren?
I ain't got no kids. I no. Other people's
about-
kids, awesome. In my house, no.
No, you don't want children.
No. No,
Are you married?
not at all. Not at all. I heard all my friends complaining. And I was like, I don't want none of that in my life.
I know Alice, the light skinned woman, LSP, has children. She said she
I
has
have one.
just one.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I want
knocking
30.
parents. I'm not knocking people who are parents, but
I
I
don't
listen
regret
to.
it.
Right. Oh well, when y'all get mad, you tell a different story. Say, "Goddamn kids getting on my goddamn nerve." I listen.
I want 30 children.
I
Ooh,
don't
what
think
in
so.
the
You put off
hell?
having shit.
Wow.
Oh my God, you
You know, my
asking?
kid gets on my nerves. When my kid goes, my sister, then I start missing them all of a sudden.
Right.
Just give me 2
30
and I'm
of
fine.
them.
Just give them 2 days. When they gone, you gonna start missing them.
Somebody should let her teach a class for 8 hours to see about that 30 kids stuff.
That's like your own little tribe, practically.
Right. Oh, somebody got a question in the chat?
Do y'all
Yeah,
feel like the
Junior,
experience of light skinned people differs across generations?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
confused about that question.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
I don't get it.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
Well, for different eras, like you younger people look like the stuff my grandfather had to deal with. There are some things I still got to deal with, like with police violence and stuff like that, is still a threat to me. But him as a lighter skinned man coming down from Canada during the Great Migration, and my other side of my mom's side of the family coming up, they have very different experiences, right? Than I did, than children who are light skinned now are going to have, like the 22 and 25-year-old, right? And then even the what they call the what's that, the millennials again, Gen Z,
Yeah.
Millennials, yeah.
Zennial, yeah, they're going to have very different, because the world is different. You know what I'm saying? Every decade brings something different.
I think it's a little bit better now since there's more of us getting born.
Yeah, and the thing is, just with what the advent of social media, everybody has a voice, so things are just amplified to ridiculousness. You know what I'm saying? One person's opinion becomes everybody within that group's opinion, because they have the biggest bullhorn. They got the bully pulpit, right? And that's going to take some time to shake out people to just kind of, older folks like us who existed before the internet. We tend to be more, a little more feral, I guess. We don't tend to, fall into that type of thinking much. You know what I'm saying? Younger people, I think they get influenced by the internet way too much.
We do. That's true. Wait, the
Yeah, I agree.
Eugene, aka Brands, but you look like Rihanna. The Eugene,
That is
look at me.
Rihanna. I think, yeah, that's
Yeah, kind of do. Yeah, it is.
I think that's Rihanna's profile picture. Is that her?
Yeah, that
Eugene?
looks like her.
She looks like Rihanna, or that is Rihanna, but yeah, what do you guys think of Azalea Banks?
I have no
I
idea
heard
who
she's
that
a
is.
hypocrite.
Azalea
She must
Banks.
be
No, I
irrelevant.
haven't really heard of her like that.
I heard
Oh,
about
shit.
she gets a piece almost with everybody.
She does. I mean, she starts beats with people.
She's trying to make herself irrelevant.
I've never heard of her up until this point. I
I
think
remember
I've
she
seen her
got roasted
face,
on the
but
Wild
Just be
Out,
glad
I
you
think
didn't hear her.
last year
Just
or
be
the
glad
year
you didn't.
before.
Just be glad you didn't.
You didn't watch Wild Out when she got roasted?
I don't watch Wild 'N Out.
It was like, I think it was last year or a year before last year. She got roasted and she started crying because they talked bad about her.
You on a show called
It was a Nick Cannon show. I watched it one
Right.
time. It was funny.
I know the show, but it's
And-
like, come on.
Come on, you know you're going to get roasted. What's the purpose on this show? Come on now, you're going to get roasted.
Oh, the
That's
Squeak
what
Geek.
the
I'm sorry
show's
that you
about.
experienced that.
I have
They
no
want
hope.
Cardi B to
Whoa,
serve her on the
what's
show.
this young man saying here? He's socially awkward due to being an isolated shelter from my family. Also doing sexual abuse of people I wasn't associated with. Oh man, I'm sorry you got to deal with that.
I'm sorry you got to deal with that.
I'm sorry about that.
I deal with the same thing 24/7.
yeah.
I
Is
kind
it-
of want
Yeah,
some
I think in situations like that, sometimes you just gotta just sit back and maybe meditate on it for a bit.
Well, you
Yeah,
need
that
people
makes
to
sense.
talk to as well. I don't know everybody's situation, but maybe y'all can, y'all see each other going through something. Maybe you can contact each other and talk it out. I may not be the best person for that, but I'm sure there are people who are better at, talking things out and working things out with people. Maybe y'all can kind of hook up,
When you
because
like
this young man shouldn't feel like this.
Yeah, there's always a person for everybody.
Right.
I'm sorry you experienced that. Discreet geek. Sorry about that.
Well, then maybe you two could talk it out or something like
No, I'm good.
that.
I don't want to get married.
But
No, married.
anyways,
I
I'm
don't want to
probably
get married.
about to keep it on for another 5 minutes and then
No
I'm about to
problem.
log off. I'm about to log off to 150.
at the end of the day, Discreet Geek, you're always welcome on my channel, bro. If that helps.
My help very slowly. I try to cope, but the mechanism paces itself towards my help very slowly.
I mean, at the end of the day,
I'm not sure
I
really.
appreciate each and every one of y'all. Probably
I'm not really the social type because 90% of people I talk to are assholes to me, but I guess there are still good people in this world, but not all the time.
You gotta be very careful and very, very selective. Even I've learned that lesson as of recently. So sometimes you gotta treat people keep them away with the long handle spoon. You can't trust everybody, can't let them in, you can't let them necessarily know a lot of things about you. General things, sure, but real personal things, just keep it to yourself. Don't be so sharing with people and forthcoming, even if you think they are, because people will lie to you. People are so shady on the internet. You wouldn't believe how trifling and tricky people are.
I don't even like talking to people, but I force
The
myself
same way in
to.
real life too. They can be shady too.
Yeah, but these internet folks just take stuff because you can't touch them, right? They
in
do
real life,
extra
you can
stuff,
put your hands on them.
right? Right. So it gives people carte blanche to just do any old thing to you because you can't touch them.
Which reminds me of that Ashley Lovelace. You guys heard of her?
Oh yeah, she killed herself because somebody bullied her to death.
Yeah, I think we was talking about that before in this stream, I believe. I
We did.
think my stuff had locked up before I could say anything about it.
There was this light skinned girl that was gang raped by her family, by her relatives, I think.
Whoa, who was
Wow.
this?
I don't know her name. I just found it on the internet, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, there was this light skinned girl who was gang raped. They only gang raped her because she's light skinned,
Oh,
because she's a prize or something.
See, I don't like hearing stories like that.
Me neither. That's horrible. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine that's horrible.
But we probably ain't gonna hear about her. Don't even know her name, honest.
We
I
don't. I
didn't
don't
even
know
hear
her
about
name.
that story at all.
Yeah.
They probably don't want that story getting out too much.
But I'm gonna bid everyone a good evening. I do need to go to bed. So I
Okay.
hope y'all have a good weekend and celebrate the holiday how you need to. I will catch y'all later. Good night.
Okay. Good night.
Good
All right.
night. I'm gonna
Appreciate
see you guys.
you.
I'm
Nice
gonna see
seeing
you guys. What? What'd you say?
Oh, I was saying, have a good one.
I was telling them
Grant
good
up.
night.
Yeah. Good night, guys. I'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Bye bye.
See
Good
you
night.
later. Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome. See you guys later.
Well, I think on that note, I'm probably going to close. I apologize for all the technical difficulties. I'll probably revisit this topic a little bit more in the future when I get this whole internet situation addressed. But anyways, I say it still turned out well. I had to pull a Michael Jordan game 6 to get this stream going. Well, I guess the colorism crybabies can't keep me down. Anyways, I appreciate y'all for stopping by and bearing with my sorry equipment as of now. Oh, I'm always going to make videos, Exoticals. In fact, I should have another one coming out right after the stream, probably. I would say within the next week, maybe, because I'm going to be talking about Kwame Brown, because I never really addressed him in a way. And it's going to be about Kwame Brown and DJ Envy, because AMR had requested that video and I never got it out. So either it'll probably be a 1-parter or a 2-parter, depending on how long it is. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.